Richard, I'm coming. Hello, welcome. Gonna be playing some Satisfactory, playing around with our cosmetics mostly, in the Turbo Electric Factory of the Desert Oasis playthrough, while we get things ready for nuclear in about a week's time. Something like that. Yo, how's it going? Hope everyone's doing good. Why not begin? I've begun. I hope you see this, Ricardo. Right, so, for those who don't know, if you've been here in the last couple of streams, this is my Desert Oasis playthrough that we were doing, started a long time ago with 1.0. And we're continuing it on streams, just for a little bit, but it'll be back to videos soon. The streams are just going to be mostly cosmetic focused. So at the moment, building up what's in front of me here, which is my Tier 8 factory. I've just called it a Tier 8 factory because it does everything that a Tier 8 requests of you, except for fused frames. So it makes everything else. Anyway, before I move on and power up the full thing, we need to do nuclear power. But in order to get the world ready for that, I'd just like to finish off this factory and have it like cosmetically complete, label it, put some elevators and walkways and things to get around it a bit better, and maybe do a control room. So we've been doing that in the last 2 streams so far. We basically put some walls on it, we've got a new roof on it, we've extended out the train station, things like that, and there's the beginnings of some elevators, etc. So that's just what we're going to be continuing just for a few hours. So it's a pretty chill, laid-back stream. It's nothing crazy is going to be happening. But if you want to chat with me and have some average factory building going on in the background, you're more than welcome. Hello, Zeno. My energy is good today. Yeah, my sleep's been a bit messed up just the last couple of days, but it's my own fault. So I was a little bit tired today, but I had a nap, so I'm feeling okay now. I'm just thinking of where we're going to start next. So I need to put a roof on this floor here, manufacturing. And we need a roof on this one, and this one's going to have a small roof because it's going to be where drones are, because they're going to be picking up all this storage stuff. What might be kind of fun is just to lay out a logistics thing. Conveyor throughput monitor. Not that it really matters, but I was going to guess 300. Nice to see you back. Thank you, Imp Wizard. Hey, Night Worlder, sorry. Big love from Devon. Devon. Oh. I take it that's in England, if it's the Devon I'm thinking of. For some reason, first, immediately my mind jumped to America, and then I was like, no, there's a Devon in England. Greetings from West Sussex. I was waking up from my nap. I was woken up from my nap. It was perfect. Oh, just waking up, and 10 minutes after the Anna video ended. Okay. Did that put you to sleep? Which is fine, totally fine. A lot of people do say it puts them to sleep. It was funny, when I started doing Anno again, people were like, oh man, I can finally sleep again. It's like, it's kind of a backhanded compliment, because like, it's not the intention, but hey, I'll take it. Southwest UK, right, gotcha. Yeah, I've only been living here 12 years, but I don't think I've really ever gone out of West Sussex. And I don't know the province map or county map or even what they're called. I'm trying to think. Obviously, I've gone to London. Oh, I did go up to Manchester not that long ago, and I did drive through to Wales. I'm just terrible at knowing where things are. There's something... Kent. Oh, yeah. Kent is really nice. Anyway, I've had to stop your Anna video to watch you live. Yeah, it's not really a good idea to do a live video a few hours after doing a video that's an hour long, but I just thought we'd hang out for a while. Hazel's background noise. Sleep for sleep, but this time I'll wake till the very end. Nice, thank you. I just need to adjust some things and widen out the chat. There we go. I just picked up Satisfactory last week and built the coal factory thanks to you. Awesome. Hope it went well. I was going to say a lot of people, well, not maybe a lot of people, I do get frequent messages of, I think people who are new to the game finding that that can be a struggle. I really thought I was pretty thorough in that video, but I guess there's like hundreds of thousands of people that watched it or something, so it's not that unusual that a few hundred message and say like they got stuck or something. Just trying to think. I want to get... Yeah, I'll start on the other side. I don't want to... Often when I do streams, I'll just jump around and talk for ages, not doing anything. But I've got a plan in mind of what we need to get started with. We already carved out a little balcony here. And I said this is going to be an outer balcony that we can walk on. And that this will be... Yeah, as far as the actual building needs to come over. Or at least this floor. Do this. Did I I never blueprinted these. I keep saying that I don't feel like I need to because it is just 4 windows. Okay. Maybe it would just go much faster if I did. I feel like I learned that lesson in the last one, so let's do that. Just got my girlfriend into the game after she watched me play. Played for around 400 hours. Oh, nice. That's awesome when you can play with someone, especially someone like that. That's in real life or whatever, where you can actually like talk about it and interact outside of the game. I think that's really fun. And ideally sync up your times while you don't have to wait for people to get online and stuff like that. Right, so just very simply just going to do a little 4 windows. And how high is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As high as we need to go. It's as high as that one goes, so why not? Yeah. And I just wanted to make sure 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and then windows. I don't mind. Gotta finish it after. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. People say that as well. They just watch it twice or whatever. Hey, it all helps for me. Manchester's my hometown. Yeah, Manchester is really nice. I really liked it. I've been there a few times, maybe up 3. But we went, I think it was late spring, around this time actually, and it was really nice weather. So that just really helped it. We were going to see Tom Segura, the comedian, at the time. And it was great. Everything about it was great. Loved it. My brother supports Manchester United as well, growing up. Not a big super big football fan, but we did go to Old Trafford when I was younger. Watch them play Man City. My parents supported Man City, actually. I was just thinking what to call this. So, architecture category, Turbo Electric Factory Cosmetics. So it's the TEF. Is this music too loud? Probably okay. TEF wall window. Okay. We'll just tuck that away into its correct category. Right. Should make life a little bit easier. John says, hi Darren, good to see you again. Hope you're well. Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing much better lately anyway. How's the little tiger doing? Yesterday was her surgery, right? I hope she's doing well. No, it was a while ago actually. Yeah, so that's Jinx. Jinx had on the 24th of March. Quite a while ago now, really. She had like most of her teeth removed. Not all of them, but most of them. And not her front ones, so she still looks like a cat. It's just the ones she would chew with. Anyway, yeah, so she was having a little complication. Where when we brought her back just a few days after, they were saying like, oh, it's still kind of bleeding a little bit. But her vet was unavailable. So that was just a post-op checkup done by someone else. So they were like, okay, come back again in another couple of days and we'll see how it's progressing, and your vet will be there to check it properly, the one who did the surgery. And because they were like, really, after 5 days it should have been healed by now, so to see any redness or anything like that is a little mini concern. So it's like, oh. Anyways, so we brought her back just the other day, maybe just a couple days ago now. Yeah, literally 2 days ago, I think. And they were like, it looks better, but the vet was like, I think I know what the cause is. It seems like her upper teeth, a few that have been left, are like now biting into some of the exposed gums on the bottom, preventing them from being healed. And I was like, oh. And I was kind of like, you know, how'd you not catch that when you were doing it? Because, and she was like, you know, it's true, we maybe could have caught it, but the way like her mouth might just be realigning just wasn't that obvious at the time or whatever. I wasn't like accusatory, but I was like, oh, that's a surprise. You know, you think that like when I go to the dentist and I get a tooth changed or a root canal or something, you do that bite test thing, and they have to see like, you know, is everything aligned correctly? Anyways, long story short, I don't know I'm going on about this so long, but long story short, it seemed to be improving. She's able to eat food again because she was stopping eating food for a while. That's why it was concerning. Oh yeah. Put the roof on this side as well, I guess. Okay, I'll do that. Unfortunately, we're going away on the 12th. We're getting married, and I'll be going to Ireland to get married, and then I'm going to Greece for like a week holiday, honeymoon type thing. So we were a bit concerned because we have to leave her, and she might have problems. But so far, everything seems good. She's eating again, and she has another one more follow-up checkup on the 20th or something like that. And she might have to get another tooth removed if her bite doesn't like kind of heal itself, or her gums don't harden. So that's a little disappointing because it's like, man, it's a lot of money, and you have to do it again and put her under and everything to get that all done. So we'll see how it goes. Thanks for asking. It's a long answer. She's in good spirits though now. Just a few days after she was moping around not eating, so we were concerned. Now she seems fine, and it does seem to be improving. She's on a painkiller. Hopefully she's fine. I'm sure it's okay. Yeah, it's really my mother's side that's the Man City fan, and then I don't know why my brother just became a Manchester United fan. I think my cousins were United fans, so it just kind of bled over because they're all the same age. But yeah, my mom's not too happy about it. She's like rooting against everyone always. Prison Architect 2 sent out a questionnaire. I clicked into the forum and then they rejected me outright. Absolute rubbish. Might be discriminating against me. Why would they do that? I'm sure there's another reason for it. And good morning, Ryan. I'm sure you'll recover soon. Thank you, Chaos. Alright, so that's our... I guess we could put some little doorways in here. Every second one has a door is usually what I do. Get rid of that one. That's fine. Get rid of this one. That one. I'd really like to get to the like control room and start labeling things today if we could. That'd be good. I've been trying to isolate what there's a little bit of lag for me in this game. And I went into a blank map and there was none. So it's definitely something to do with like what I built. But it's kind of when I look over there. There's a lot of machines in that building. And today, just before this stream, I ran up to like the edge of the coast. And I was like, is it just that direction? And it's like, I looked around and it's like, nope. It's definitely like in that area. And it seemed to be pinpointed on the elevators. So I removed all the elevators and it seemed like it got better, but it wasn't fully better. So I'm like, huh. Wonder is this something to do with windows or something like that? It's like, you shouldn't feel the effect of looking in a direction if something is far away. You know, it should be cold by what's in front of it, but there's definitely something going on. I'd just love to know what object it is that's doing that. My guess is it's usually signs or windows. Those are the things that typically have problems. But it's annoying because if I do a full 360, it hitches whenever I look east, no matter where I am. So it's like, ah. I stop taking that out. Nice music. Yeah, so I'm actually pretty happy with the look of that. But on the other end, I did do corners. Yeah, I was just wondering if I should do corners here. I guess I should. Thanks for all the well wishes, by the way. Will I be switching to experimental 1.2? Not anytime soon. I don't know. I might skip it this time and just let it come out. I'm sort of dreading having to make changes to things. I think it'd be great to start a new series though. I was tempted, like, as I do, I'll probably do some videos again, and depending how they do, and if they don't do too well, then I might do a brand new series, or a new stream series, I mean, where we play with randomized nodes, and turn up the cost multiplier thing, so you have to build big or whatever, or at least build for longer term progression. I think that'd be really fun. I just don't want to restart anything now. Because I really like this world, and I'd like to see it go further. And have a complete, like, 1.0 series, effectively. Yes, that's the question here. I was thinking, like, do we do this kind of thing? So we go up and across and just keep doing, like, almost like warehouse type hangars. Could you read my name, please? Yeah, it's a difficult one. I don't know where it begins or ends, really. It's like B. Kirk Ayagul. But it could be said in any number of way. The Kirk Ayagul? Digifreak, hello from Denmark. Always a pleasure watching you doing the cosmetics. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Me going with the scruffy look, I like it. This is me looking my best. And now I'm only joking, yeah. Yeah, it's really warm actually in the southeast of England anyway, or yeah, southeast at the moment, which is awesome. But that does mean it's just loose t-shirt, shorts weather, and I haven't shaved or anything. I'm trying to think, what am I getting confused about? Oh yeah, okay. As an example, I guess I'll have to do this. 1, 2, 3. Gotcha. These are all the same direction. 1, 2, 3, and then we've got the window in the middle. The window faces this way. Then we go out the opposite direction. And then we come back down by 2. That'll be the second one, and then there's going to be one more, hopefully. Yeah. Alright, let's just continue that. It'll be fine. I'll paint them at the end. Throwing out the facial. This is just how it always is, really. Might look different depending on the lighting, I guess sometimes, but I always have like scraggly bum fluff facial hair. Because I'm bald. If I have nothing, I just look like an egg. But I can't grow a thick beard. Oh. Damn. Ugh, it's the worst. It's after going over the same thing. Ah, whatever. I'll just have to get rid of it and redo it. This doesn't have to go as far, actually, which is good. But probably just do about here. Maybe covering the machines will help. It left the turbo power plant, the aluminum factory covered on one side. With this, rendering we're just seeing the building instead of the machines. I don't know. It seems to be when I look in that direction. So it could be the fact that it's a window and we're looking into machines and they're being loaded in. But it's happening even if there's something in the way. Even if there's a cliff in the way. Like I'm behind this cliff and I look east. You'll still get this hitch. And that just shouldn't happen. Like I work in Unreal. I'm not a tech guy really by any stretch. But I do know that like Unreal is supposed to hide things behind other objects. People will see videos and stuff online sometimes where it's like they break the camera out and let you see what the camera sees. Nothing behind me right now is being loaded. It's been loaded into RAM, but it's not being rendered graphically, right? So you would assume the hitching is a graphical problem because the CPU isn't doing anything based if you look at it. It's more the GPU that's like loading things. Like that shouldn't be changing anything. The logic for all the machines is the same. If I spin around, like I just get this hitching. And it only happens in this world. And it's not hitching if I stay still. Like if I just do this, we don't see it like hitching. Because I was thinking like, is it just pulsing a hitch? But it's like, no, it is actually happening because I'm looking in a direction. Anyway, long story short, I don't know what it is. It could be, like you said, it could be something like that where it's not supposed to, but the machines are loading in. And that's what I'd love to know, because I could tell them and be like, hey, just so you know, it's like this display sign or this elevator or this whatever is causing, like it's being loaded regardless of distance. Like it's obviously just like a little bug. I don't know if everyone has it though. Maybe it is just me. It's not in my other worlds, really. But I don't have another world that went after 1.0, so that's why I'm like, is it the elevator or like 1.1? Like, is it something new in 1.1, like the conveyor counters? Could it be those having too many in one spot? Could it be like elevators? Because I have bulks of 3 or 4 elevators together. You know, just I don't know. Right. And I'm stupid. Oh yeah, yeah. Wrong way around. Have you updated your marriage status, or is the big event happening next week? Yeah, it's happening. We're getting married on the 13th, the 8th now. So yeah, just 5 days to go. Exciting times. We're going over to Ireland on the 12th. So tomorrow on the 9th, by the way, I'm doing a long stream. It's a 9-hour stream. It's sponsored. It's not Satisfactory. It's Anno. They're doing something called Anno Day, and they've asked me to take part amongst other streamers, I believe. We're really just going to be hanging out and watching their stream, because they're doing one, and I believe they're going to be showing like the new DLCs and stuff, and there'll be like giveaways and things. So if people are interested in that, come hang out. So I wanted to get in this one just before that, and then also maybe we'll do one more Satisfactory stream before I go to Ireland. I don't know if I can or not. I'd like to. But then I'll be gone for about a week, and then once I'm back, things are going to be more professional around here. A little bit. I'll be a man, for real. And yeah, I'd like to get a proper schedule going, just so people can actually rely on me being here at certain times, and then also like covering something more consistently. Health and energy permitted. But in my system it just crashes. Yeah, it's a small complaint. I don't mind it too much. It's just like this like slight hitch thing when I look in a direction, and I can just feel it. So I'd just like to get to the bottom of it, but oh well. Anyway, how many hours in Satisfactory do I have on Steam? About 2,100, something like that, I think. Alright, so let's do... Oh, missed the spot. Oh, Rex is here, my little boy. Alright, cool. We'll just continue this up then. I loaded up your 1.2 save, and the only bit that didn't play nice with the new vehicle paths was the raised truck stops. Yeah, that's why I would have to do them again. Or it would be tempting to put down like a little ramp, just like I think it's only 2 meters above. Might even be 1, but the 2-meter ramp that just leads up and then down, just like a little, you know, little platform right in front of the station, just so I don't have to redo all the stations. That might be the best thing to do there. But I'm sure everything else works fine, why wouldn't it, you know? Alright, is this as far as we go? Yeah, I guess so. This is the awkward bit with this that I feel like I don't know what to do with, really. So this thing starts here. I was almost tempted to cut away this platform completely and just be like, that is the edge. You know, the wall goes along there, just because then it lines up with the back of the station rather than like this coming out over the station. I don't mind things coming out over each other, but I like to support it with pillars and stuff, and you can't really put a pillar down on a glass dome. I don't know if the walkway there matters that much. Instead, we could have stairs go up and over it, for instance, or something. Although, I don't know, maybe not. I think I'll do that. I think I'll get rid of that. Might play Mandalore soon. Be wanting to try it. Hells yeah, bro. Yeah, give it a go. If you like what you see. I've done videos on it. Obviously, loads of people have done videos on it, so I'd recommend just checking it out. But there's always no harm in waiting either. There'll always be more updates coming. But at the moment, I'd say there's a good, like... You know, you can get a good couple of campaigns out of there. Probably like 20 hours or something. The main thing people are waiting on us adding is more progression. So when you build your town bigger, you unlock a perk. And there's 6 milestones to this. So it's like you hit milestone 1, you hit milestone 2, and so on and so forth. And it used to be, when we released the game, that you'd get a perk point every time you went up a milestone. And there was this big tree that you pick things from. But we scrapped that, mostly because of feedback. People were like, they like the tree or whatever, it's fine. But they didn't like the fact that it's like, oh, you're clicking a button and now you have sheep breeding, or just things like that. They're like, why can't sheep breed without this perk? Like, why can't I get apples without this perk? Just these like more basic things in quotes. So Greg was like, oh, we want to make the game more complex and also more realistic, so let's get rid of that and we'll just remake a new system. So we did, but the problem is that we're pretty slow. So only the first set of perks are ready now. So now you click the button, now you level up and you click a button and you get like a list of 9 perks to choose from. And then when you go to the next tier, you'll get another like 9 or so, and so on and so forth. But we've only done the first part. So one complaint we're getting, which is reasonable, is that after I get to the first milestone, I don't really feel like I need to build any bigger. Like, what's the point? I don't get anything. And it's true. So it's very much in early access, like, feeling because of that, because it's just like a gap in progression. And the AI is pretty good for what it is, but it's only because it's new. We only just added AI to the game, and it'll keep getting better. But it only goes as far as like tier 2 as well. So the game in some ways ends at tier 2. You can build all the way up to like tier 4 and all the way to the, you know, to get everything maxed out. But, you know, there's like no reward for doing it other than saying you did it, I guess. So just be warned, that's where the game is at, I would say, at the moment. But yeah. Very nice rounded glass dome. Thank you. I was looking at it there for a second. I was like, oh, is it? Is it? I thought it wasn't rounded for a moment. Alright, so yeah, unfortunately this is where our walkway sort of will end, and we run into some machines, but whatever. It'll look better on the outside, I think, for that. Yeah, and this can just continue to come over. Yeah, that'll look good, and then the balcony can hang over it too. Alright, we'll just continue with the walls around this side as well then. Let's start this here. I'm just trying to think where I'm going to turn it, so... Does it need a balcony? No. I think it's nice to make things different, so let's just stick with it here, rather than uniform all the way around. So this floor might expand at some point if we do build the fused frames. Anxiously waiting 1.2. Maybe it'll be more stable on console. Oh yeah, well I'm sure when they release it on console it'll just be stable then. I wonder, are they doing simultaneous releases for that? A lot of companies, when they do console ports, they hire another company to do it, and then it takes quite a long time for them, the console version, to get updates. Like Stellaris, I think from Paradox was like literally years behind on its console ports. I think it's kind of caught up now though. Not gonna be even, but oh well, what can you do? We'll add just an extra window here. I don't need that one actually. For that. Something I forgot to add with this blueprint was the metal lining I do on the bottom. I'll just add that manually, but I'm gonna add a bit of time to things. Alright, taking shape. What is that gloss? So it's the coated concrete, but if you do these commands here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, these 6. it makes it look better. So I've gone through that before, unfortunately, but like, yeah, I know it's really small on the screen, but if you copy and paste what you see or take a screenshot or something right now, you'll see them. So it's like, it starts from here, the one that says 0.5. I know it's really small, but that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. You have to type it every time you play the game. Or you don't have to type it, once you type it once, then you just hit enter on them each time. But I run that at the beginning, and it changes the reflection level of like coated concrete and a few other things, so it just looks way better that way. And there's no performance hit. Purely an aesthetic choice they chose. Office Thing Community Manager said that 1.2 will be released for PC and consoles at the same time, but this was 5 months ago. Oh, nice. Cool. That's good then. Now, this is a little tower on the outside, separate to things. That might be a bit too hardcore. How do the other towers look? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, I guess it could just be glass the whole way down. Yeah, never mind then. That's what I did before, so fair enough. Alright. Hey, happy D. Why can't I say that? Happy-just? That one was off. Alright. Not the nicest looking thing, but hey. Better than nothing, kind of. Alright, gotta put the little trim on the bottom, and then, that'll be it for this side anyway. Oh, did I not do it here either? Oh, I did. But it's like kind of outside. Oh, it's kind of at the wrong level then, if that's the case. Oh, I did it to cover up the concrete. I see. I guess that looks fine. Normally I like it to actually come over the edge and you can see it on the inside. I feel like that's what I've done everywhere else. Maybe I'll redo that then. Guess that allows you to see both the concrete and the metal. Whatever. Damn it. I'd rather be more consistent on the inside. Bear with me, we'll try to be quick doing this. You just have to go around the edges basically once. Have I played Surviving Mars? Yeah. I actually just recently started playing it again. Maybe a month ago. They sent me that relaunched version. And I played it for a little bit because I was like, oh, maybe I'd do videos on it, but I just wasn't feeling well at the time, so I just never got to it. But yeah, back in the day when it first released, I played it then. I never played any of the DLCs though. I used to review strategy games and city builders, and I don't know, I think I gave it like a 6.5 or something at the time. I felt like it was a little lacking, but I heard with the DLCs and stuff it got way better, and then relaunch seemed fun. So it would be fun to get back into it. Oh yeah, I remember this. I have not tried the Satisfactory Plus mod. It has never been updated whenever I've tried to try it. So I've never gotten to it. I've always wanted to though, but it's just always been like broken whenever I've tried it. Because 1.0 came out and I was like, oh cool, like I'll play it soon after 1.0, and then it wasn't updated for months and months. And then 1.1 came out and it still wasn't updated. So I just haven't caught it at a good time, I guess. But it would be tempting to play it at some point. Something like random resources with 100 times multiplier plus the Satisfactory Plus mod, that'd be cool. That would feel pretty different. I reckon I'll leave this for now. You just make a hole in the dome, add a big pillar. It would add a kind of depth to the build. At one of these points of the dome? Sorry, yeah, I've forgotten what we were talking about for that reference. And then you said, who will even know? Have you tried? Oh yeah, I read that already. It's working at the moment via the mod loader. Yeah, I'm not going to play it now though. Because 1.2 is on the horizon. So that'll probably always be the way. So I'm getting my world ready for 1.2. And unfortunately right now I don't have the time to like learn a whole new thing. But I'd really like to. If 1.2 comes out and then we do mess around with it a bit, and then it remains stable for a while, and they port over to that, then definitely. Definitely we'll play it at some point. Yeah, my bad for not having this in the blueprint. Which foundation finishes that? It is coated concrete. Oh, what finishes it? It's just the standard color. Yeah, I need to get a... Oh, I hate the way it does that. The elevator is like, you're crossing the elevator. They need to fix that. What do they do? I'll leave this one as a gap then. Yeah, just bear with me 1 second. And I'll tell you how to do that. Take a picture of it. If you want to get shiny stuff, like I mentioned, you just type these 6 things in. If you want my settings, so pause the video, take a screenshot. There you go. You have to type those in the console. If you're on console and PlayStation, I don't think you can do it. But on PC, you just type these things in. You'll have to type it every time you play the game, or rather, if you type them once, they stay here in this list. So then when I go into the game, I hit tilde. I hit enter, 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 and then that's it. So that's what I do every time I play the game. There is technically a way to get it to make it work when it does it like by itself, but it's kind of complicated. You have to use like batch files and stuff to run a kind of command, and it's not always guaranteed. Sometimes it overwrites itself. So I rather just do it myself manually. And it works in the menu. So in the menu, when I load in, I can just see like the ground isn't reflective, and then when I do it, it becomes reflective, and I'm like, oh, there we go. Ooh. Yeah, no balcony there. I was just thinking, do we need a balcony? And if we do, then we want doors at the bottom. There is a staircase here. So yeah, we do want a balcony somewhere. Maybe here then. Alright, let's finish off that tower then next. It'll be straightforward. So this tower comes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like everything. Okay, good. When I went on experimental, Avi D. Cal says, I had to immediately turn off weather. Feels alien. Oh. Well, weather used to be in the game. So I miss it. But yeah, weather used to be in the game. I always thought it was really cool. Now they've added a few more weather variables. I haven't played with them since... I haven't played 1.2. But I think it's super cool. There's a great mod called Sky UI that we're running right now, which allows you to change the time of day. And it used to allow you to change the weather. Rain is on right now. but they disabled weather when they ported it over to Unreal Engine 5 because it wasn't looking right. So I like to think that mod will just bring it back, and you can usually set the rate of how much rain you want and stuff, so if it's too much in the game already or whatever. But yeah, each to their own. I think it's a cool feature. I would want it. Come on, power. No. Oh, when you were cutting the excess foundation. Oh, right, I see. Who would know? I would know. Don't you understand? It's all about what I feel. Most people don't care about little OCD things that I have in the game. It's a massive burden. I end up taking way longer at things than I should. I put an elevator in the middle of this thing so I don't lose power again. Stops the wrong way around, my bad. Let's put one here for a moment. Get rid of the one on the bottom. That one back down here. Here we go. Surprised it even opens if it doesn't have power. I'll just have to temporarily just bring that through here for now. Nothing at this floor yet, but there probably will be a way to walk on that floor. And then this is the top, okay. Actually, yeah, getting out there would be good. Okay. Hey, it might even go. Should it go higher? Because we're gonna want to get up to that balcony. Yeah, no, true. You gotta have a little bit of OCD. Gotta be a little touched in the head. In a good way. Yeah, actually we'll build a doorway there as well. Hello, Fear Legion. How you doing, man? Alright, looking better. Almost there on this floor. So this will be a doorway, and it's going to lead straight over to wherever this is. I think it's there. We can make a little bridge. This will look cool from the outside, I think. Could just make it like this and put metal underneath, actually. This will need to come up here. And it really depends where the stairs, how the stairs go up. Let me float. Right. Is that too tall? No, that's the right height. Good. Yeah, so it's just the same again. That'll be our little secret way out. What's this game about? This game is called Satisfactory. It's a factory building game where you make big automated factories in order to produce goods, in order to send them up to space to appease a corporation. So they'll give you more tools to build even bigger factories so you can keep doing it. That's basically it. And it's great. But I'm just doing something kind of mundane at the moment, which is doing the cosmetics in my factory, which is completely optional, but I like to do it. Did you ever check the condition of your power grid? In this, not for a while. It's all over the place now because of this factory. This one isn't running at 100%. Things are turning on and off. So at the moment, it's not the best, and we're close to losing power. But there is some backup batteries over there, or it's actually just downstairs. There's somewhere over there. So things will be okay. But that's why it's like we're at the edge. I have enough power to build the nuclear power plant to get it running, or I should do. But I'll probably have to build, yeah, just some extra power storage just in case there's not quite enough. This will be a tiny floor that you come out of the tower, I mean. But that's okay. Could have built it taller, but I think it'll look better this way. Right, so we need the roof tiles. And a 2 meter on the edge. And then flat pack. No point really making that a window because it's sitting beneath an elevator. And then this will have a stop here. Nice. That's floor 1. This, I believe, is actually floor 3, the one that we're going to. Yeah, I think so, anyway. And then this is for manufacturing. Okay. Wish I could just raise that little bit there. We could put something on it though, actually. It just looks a bit better doing that, honestly. Alright. Ooh, Grow Factory. Yeah, that's what the game's about. Grow Factory. Cook spaghetti. Someone is making Noodle World without conveyor lifts. It's funny to see what people do in this game, because some people they're like, oh, I'm not going to build anything but belts. And just get everything like in one spot and never put down foundations even and stuff. It's like, wow, okay. Each to their own. I like making the place look somewhat good. I mean, it's a good looking game, so... If you only really care about logistics, I really do think like something like Factorio is the game for you, because visually it's quite noisy and kind of hard to read in some ways. But it's like an, super ultimate circuit builder, basically. Whereas a game like this is like, yeah, but you can have that, plus like it also looks good. So the fact that it looks good, it's like, well, then I want to spend time, you know, making it look good. That if it has that potential, that's a big selling point, is walking around your factories then. But each of their own. No one has to do any of this stuff. Just thinking what we need to do here. So I want to just copy this sort of walkway. So it was standard concrete, and then it's got metal on the sides. Yeah, that could look good, actually. Okay. I'll vary it a little bit. I've got an idea. 4th floor is looking cozy. Yeah, it's snugly fitting in next to its thing. Probably add a door on the side there just so we can get out if we want. That's fine. Fix the wire. Right, so door over here. Alright, I'm gonna put this basic wall on it, but sink it down to there. And then we'll put something underneath as well. And do the railing on the sides. Hopefully it's not too tall when you're walking along it. It prevents you seeing a lot. Okay, well, we'll just paint this one side first, so... Grab that one. Go. Now, underneath, we could do pillars. Might look kind of cool. And also some underfloor scaffolding kind of stuff. Guess there'd probably be one there. 2, 3. I'll move that door. All right. Love me some industrial. Yeah, I know, it's great. Gotta have it. Getting a bit dark. Let's brighten it up. Okay, and we just put the little supports on, and that should be that. Nice and quick. Simple little bridge. Looks decent. Takes you straight over to manufacturing. Could be expanded in future, maybe. If you want to get out of logistics, you can do that as well. Probably just want to move that stop, actually, so it's sideways. Alrighty. Call the elevator. We can name the stop, name the one above as well. Get it looking good. So this be, you're on the balcony for whatever reason, you know, sometimes I'll be jumping around land out here. Other times we'll actually be on the bottom floor, maybe take the elevator up. And just walk across to our thing. Could do strip lighting on the sides even. That would look good at night. Yeah, run cables underneath, actually, that'd be nice. Yeah, the cables will be the last thing I do, but we'll be trying to tuck them away or hide them, or not hide them, but like just run them on the rooftops and stuff. Did this come up yet? Okay, so floor 0. So we want to call that 1. Imports. The train. Leave it black and white for now. Floor 2 is actually going to be called 3 logistics. That's where we're at now, but it's also balcony, so I don't know. 4 manufacturing. I mean, logistics will be there. We could just call this balcony access or something. The floor isn't named. The area is named. The number is the floor. That's how it works. Staff only, you know? Import balcony manufacturing. Yes. Yes. Another mod by the same creators of Refined Power. They combined really well. Worth a try in my opinion. Tommy above said, I combined Fixit Farming and Refined Power for my power supply. 100-hour build and still not finished. Nice. And sorry, yeah, I missed what you guys said before that. I mean, oh yeah, sorry, I've missed a bunch here. Sometimes chat moves really slow and then all of a sudden there's like a bunch of things. So I'm used to reading at a slow pace and I look over and I'm like, oh crap, I've missed a bunch. Sorry about that. Hey, Lance Haig? Stockvis, if I'm not mistaken. What do you recommend for someone who's just started again but is on console and super used to keyboard and mouse? What do I recommend? Patience, yeah, so Tommy says. That's not a bad thing. It's funny, we're experimenting with controller support from Manderlords. For those who don't know, I'm a developer on Manderlords. So I was playing around with it on controller, and it is like, wow, yeah, I'm really used to mouse and keyboard. But it is just like, I play loads of console games, so I'm fairly like good with the controller and stuff. I don't really play city builders or strategy games though, so it was quite different. And it just takes a little bit of patience. Like once you play, I think after like 30 or 40 minutes, I kind of just forgot that I was using a controller. You just kind of, you get the feel of it and you just learn that. So obviously with Satisfactory, it's a first person game. I feel like I'd actually be pretty at home using a controller. I haven't tried it though before. Oh, I did play it on Steam Deck actually not that long ago. So kind of dabbled with it, but that was before I think they officially supported it. Now they've got their own controller scheme. It would be cool to see what they've done. I think games are best when they actually utilize things like console specific things like radial wheels and stuff. This game has some of that already. It's a lot of extra work for the developer though to make like UI specific for controllers. I don't know if we'll do it for Manderlords, but that was a cool, like I'd like to see that in Manderlords where it's like, it'd be nice if we just had a different way of navigating this completely rather than using the PC interface but like moving through it with the D-pad or the analog stick. But it's a lot of extra work and it's more just to support the controller rather than necessarily a console port. We'll see. Anyways, skill issue. Are you going to redo all your truck pathing with 1.2 or leave the old ones? I'll probably redo them. Yeah. I feel like I kind of have to. Excuse me. Alright, so just getting a little bit of distance. Obviously, we need to put the bottom floor walls on that side. So that's what we got so far. It's alright. Did I do... Is there... Am I missing windows? Oh, yeah. Yes, so... Oh, and I left the pillar supports in. I have to get rid of those. They're nice to have in certain areas, but not everywhere. Just see there. Go. Ah, this was this. Alright, that should look a little bit more complete. Ooh. You did say the rhythm, sorry, my bad. What's up? Are you going back to your stream schedule? I'll be posting a schedule when I'm back on around the 20th of April. So I'm getting married on the 13th. I'm going away on the so on the 12th I'm going away. Getting married on the 13th, and then I'm back on the 19th in the evening. So on the 20th, got a bunch of little appointments on the 20th and 21st. But generally around that time, I'll be like, okay, let's work out an actual schedule. Let's commit to a couple series and see what happens. I believe the Anno DLC is going to be coming out while I'm gone. Or actually, I don't know the date, but I think they're revealing it soon. So it's like, oh. I think I'm probably going to miss that, which is a shame. But yeah, so I'll have something then when I'm back. And that's why people are asking me like, oh, are you going to start any other series or anything? I don't think so. I'd really like to just commit to getting at least just something consistent again. It is difficult, you know, woe is me, but I do work on Manderlords and that takes a decent amount of time and it's somewhat unpredictable. And I love doing it, but then I do feel like the YouTube suffers because of it. So yeah, that's just the way it is. But I'd really like to have the energy, I guess, or the motivation to like really increase the quality and spend more time with what I do on YouTube. But I just don't know where I get the time from. Right, so super happy with that. That was nice and quick, little bridge, and now we just need to do down here. So it's tempting to do an inner wall here and have, yeah, because that goes out to there. I would rather do like an inner wall here that cuts around and have pillars underneath this bit. I think that would look really nice. I could just go one layer in as well, which wouldn't be so bad. Yeah, okay. Be basically this, and then that, but without the metal bit on top. Might just grab this, use it. Oh, it actually will fit here. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's good. Thought it was too tall. I was gonna have to try and remove the top bit. Oops. Damn. Sorry. Let me just float if I can. Like that. Now the only problem with this is you do see the metal on the top, so I might just change it a little bit. That does bother me. The only way I can change this is if I get rid of this, and then we do this instead. But it loses its like little black edge then. It's just a blank edge. It's a small thing though. I think it'll be okay. Yeah. I hope they add keyboard and mouse soon, because I'm so used to on PlayStation. I have a feeling they won't. I don't know why companies don't do that, because PlayStation supports mouse and keyboard. So companies should just totally do that to have the option. Why not? I just don't get it. But loads of companies don't. So yeah, I feel like they definitely should. But I have a strong suspicion they just won't. A lot of devs don't. I don't know why. There must be something to it. Or they just don't think that people care enough. I don't know. Really pin this message to the chat? Yeah, I still don't know how to do that. Like, I can pin a message. Here's what I was thinking. It's like, oh, do I just put a pin at the top that links to a frequently asked questions and I have to tell people just check the FAQ? I don't know. It just feels so impersonal to do that. If I'm answering repeat questions, I guess. PSA, I was having the strangest stutter issue. Found out that having too many blueprints causes stuttering. Caused me hours of troubleshooting. Yeah, that's unusual. Sounds like just a kind of a bug, I guess. Maybe that's what's causing me my stuttering when I look in that direction. Sorry, I just need to put on different music. Am I still live? My browser is dead. Or stopped working. As long as the internet's not gone. No, internet's here. Okay. Everything seems fine. Alright. You're alive and whole. Thanks. Run to the issue 2. Too many blueprints in one area. Damn. Is it like they overlap each other or something? Or is it when you take out your dismantle tool and you can see all the wireframes? Or is it just generally? Because if it's just generally, that's pretty bad. This whole place is built of blueprints. The floors are blueprinted. The walls are blueprinted. Machines. Oh, I hate losing power, man. This fucking sucks. I reckon it's just too many calculations at the same time. I have to be careful placing anything in a certain high density parts of factories. It was having too many in my folder, not that it was too many in the save. Oh. That is interesting. I had to remove some from my app data folder. Never would have guessed that. That is interesting. I'll look into that too. Thanks. Lined up? Yeah, guess so. Alright, that's pretty much the end of it there. I'll have to just cut away a little piece. Oh, and the metal bar, I guess. My windows to wall ratio is off now. We'll see if it's worth redoing. It might be. Just I could do it quicker though. What do I do? This is, yeah, if it's window then it's wall, but that's wall and wall. Okay. There won't be anything underneath here, so it just has to be the opposite of what's on top of it. I can do that real quick. Just require switching their positions just ever so slightly. That on the end though is longer, so there won't be anything I can do there really. Right, so give me that. This will go here instead. Yeah. Oh, this is just straight up different, is it? 4? I'm kind of confused. I don't really understand how this has happened. Hang on, let me just check something again. You're 4 crossed with a gap. Oh, these just aren't aligned at all. Alright, never mind then, I guess. Yeah, whatever. The elevator shaft is missing the metal beam at the bottom of the glass, by the way. I was having problems with it. It's because it intersects with it. Are you talking about over here? I could try it, but sometimes it says like, oh, it can't be placed. Even though it's not crossing over, you know? It just says it though. Like there, it's like, oh, encroaching other object, and it's like the elevator. But I think if you go further, it corrects, no? I don't know. That's okay. And that's okay, so there we go. I guess you can trick it. Or, yeah, I don't know what it is. It just seems to be if it's a certain length, it then thinks it's overlapping, but I guess we could just do it that way. Okay. Yeah, annoying, but I guess at least not the end of the world. It's the other one by the balcony? Okay, I'll check that one too. Okay. Let me just finish this, otherwise then I'll forget what I'm doing. So, yeah, I'm unfortunately just going to put it back the way it was. And the inside is probably smarter. Now, do that, and this. Should be that. Oop. I guess do the same thing on the inside. I guess this is like a double wall kind of situation here. I don't mind. Really done that before. As long as it's not visually glitching, I think it's fine. Ah. Oh, this is tucked in, is it? Yeah. That's where it needs to go. I was thinking what I did, it looks so clean. It might just settle down, not flicker. Yeah, whatever. Alright, better. Get over to that other elevator, I'll see if I can just fix that small thing. There's a mod called Blueprint Stutter Fix. If you're on 1.1, it'll fix it so you can keep what you have. I'd be tempted to run that and see if it fixes my stutter, because that would then indicate if that's my problem or not. Is your stutter the same as mine, the way it just does this? If I look in a particular direction? If I look out here, super smooth. I don't know if you can see that on the stream at 60 FPS as much as I can, but when I go up here, it's like, yeah, real stuttery. Even if I go all the way to the front of the map, pretty much. But yeah, it'd be no harm just starting the game again, seeing if that does fix it. Oh, it was every 4 seconds? Oh, I don't have that issue. Oh. Okay. Alright, it's another tower done. Although we need to name the stuff in that elevator and put the signs up, so I might just do that because I often forget that, and then it's annoying when you're walking around and you can't remember what you did where. This is the... Yeah, there's another way down to the floor down here. Okay, cool. The thing as well, just do some railing out here. In case we fall, safety first. It'd be cool to put like a radar tower here or something, maybe. Right. So the idea is much like on the far side, we're going to put pillars behind each one of these. Would you ever do a randomized nodes playthrough, or is that not something that sounds fun? No, I think that's awesome. I love that. I wish the game was randomized by default. Yeah, so I was talking earlier about maybe doing that for a stream at some point. So I'm away for a little while, and oh, I think maybe that's what they were saying you should say in the message. Anyway, I'm going away for a little while. I'll be back on the 19th. Once I'm back, I'll develop like some sort of schedule and figure out what I'm doing. I do believe I'm going to continue videos and do in this world. So it won't be changing the rules in this world, I guess. I just need to remember something. Gap of 1, then gap of 2. Gap of 2, then gap of 1. 1, 2, 2, 1. Okay, yeah. Because of the doorways. Although it doesn't have to be the same over here. Anyway, yeah, so, but I might do, what I've done in the past is I've had my video series and then a more regular stream series. And I think it'd be cool just on stream to be like, alright, you know, maybe just like 3 times a week we're going to play 3 or 4 hours or something. And do a high multiplier game. High multiplayer game, randomized nodes, maybe a couple mods or something. Ah, there's no balcony here, so it's just there. Okay, well, I'll start from the outside. Because the balcony ends here. So a gap of 2, and then there. I feel like actually a gap of 1 will look good here, so let's just do 1. Alright, different idea. Do a 1 and a... Okay. Alright, we need to do a big support on that and also cover it up a little bit. Darn may add some supports. May add some supports to the floor you're working on, like supporting it on the mountain. I don't know about the mountain, but I was just going to build a big pillar down to the ground. That was my idea anyway, like the big ones. A couple of them. Do you have any mods in mind? No. I'd maybe ask you guys. I don't have any in mind right off the bat. Just quality of life things. Generally, I don't like to change too much. But if it was updated, I would do Satisfactory Plus. People want it. If people want it, that'd be cool. Oh wow, nearly died with that fall. You could tilt those supports 45 degrees toward the cliffside. That's too advanced for me. Like, I don't understand the structural necessity there, I think. I know how to do a 45-degree angle in the game, I mean, but like... I don't... So from like here to there or something, does that even make sense? I would just do this. This is fine to me. I'm not advanced enough. If someone showed it to me, then I could maybe do it. Otherwise, I feel like I would just do it wrong like 5 times before you guys corrected me. Oh, sorry. X. Kappa 1, sure. Kappa 2, really. Chatting? You gonna chat first? He wants to look out the window. Go. X, come here. Come here. There you go. Well, you can't get you on camera now. See? Come here. Come here. Do it here. Oh, cats. He's a bit bored. He wants to play. Hard to see him though. It's so dark. Oop. Good boy. Missed the vertical nudge. Did I? I want to say I didn't. Let's see. No, yeah, it's nudged in. It's all good. A little crazy, but whatever. Alright, the support pillar blueprint for the electricity tower would work perfectly. Support pillar blueprint for the electricity tower. The electricity tower. Oh. I don't remember it, really. Because I've done so many different types. Universal Cosmetics, maybe. This one? With the support frame running around the outside. So this is a small pillar with a big metal support around it. Could do that. Heroes. I'll just do it on one side so we can see what it looks like. I need to get the power down here. It's killing me. Good point. I don't really have a way in, actually, if I'm out here. So I probably need a little stairwell that actually leads in from the bottom. Okay. These aren't evenly spaced, and I'd like them to be, so... What do we got? This is tucked in a little bit. I guess if you just took it from the side and then see where it can go. That's how much of a gap the other one leaves. I think. Yeah. Fine. In fact, that might be fine just like as is. Yeah, it's the same gap between all of them. Okay, cool. Is that the gap? One mod has been a great source of fun for me. It's the grappling gun. The grappling gun. Oh, wow. I didn't even know that was a thing. Anyone ever run into this issue when I build a large room, it gets to a point where the walls on one end will disappear when I'm standing on the other. Could this be a settings or hardware issue? Sounds like a settings issue. I've never had that, though. That's like a... Yeah, I don't know. Like, are you playing on low... What's that called? Like, distance rendering or whatever. I may add some support... Oh, yeah, sorry. Support for the blueprint. The one I'm suggesting in the one which has 4 big pillar supports. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because it has they're connected as well. Is that in this playthrough? Yeah, I don't know if I don't know. There's so many support pillars, like I just don't know which one that is. I know exactly what you're talking about though. There's like 4 pillars that come down, and then there's these like metal blocks in between them that kind of link them together. I guess if I just go over to one, I can probably grab it if it is in this playthrough. Because yeah, you're right that they don't look very thick. Whoops. Great job. I'm getting really sick of the stuttering on that side. It makes me not want to move, like or just move in a straight line. Pick a number between 1 and 10. 2. These, right? That one's not blueprinted though. There should be an actual blueprint for these. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I think I stopped doing it eventually or something because they're not here anymore. So I don't know where they are. I know the blueprint you're talking about though, but it looks like I removed it for some reason. This one might have it. Is this it? No. Yeah, I think I just brought in the floor, this, and then I've just been manually putting these down. But the difference, I suppose, just for those who don't know, what it was that it's like this was in between them or something. That they were kind of like tethered by more metal. I don't know. Do you know what they're called? I just can't find them. What's this called? Power, but it's not in the same place for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. Looking a lot better now already. Oops. Yeah, for some reason I've obviously gotten rid of it in a lot of places. I don't know why. I renamed them? Oh my god, you renamed my blueprints. Sorry, it's okay, obviously. It's fine. Could do this as well. A thick concrete pillar holding up the whole thing. I might actually do that. Are they, I just need to check one thing with that then. That's frame foundation, and then there's a concrete wall sunken in halfway. So it looks like they're plugged in. Yeah, I'll do that. Why not? Let's do that. I think I'll just make it myself rather than copy that thing, because it's a bit more specialized. Oh dear. I'll offset it though. Okay. It's a 3x3, so it's a big, thick, just one thick pillar. Thanks, Fuzzy. Getting there. Getting there. Okay. Alright, so concrete wall. 1, 2, 3, 4. Halfway out. It's fine. Do that. Just do that on the other sides as well. What's your favorite item visually? I really like turbo motors, but I think my favorite is cluster and obelisks. Turbo motors is really good. I like crystal oscillators as well. I wouldn't pick one of the obelisks, just me. Turbo motors is a great choice because that's like a maybe #1 for me as well. But yeah, probably crystal oscillators I think might be. I also really like just the density of this thing. Fat cube. Yeah, got a lot of detail. EOS, intensity, focus. Actually see different things written on it. It's pretty cool. Got a little readout there. Oh, the superposition oscillators, actually, they're sick. Because they actually fluctuate and stuff. Kind of, the cube just kind of looks good, though. Alright. Good question. Nuclear pasta? Yeah, nuclear pasta looks really nice too. I like the blue. That's a good point actually. The nuclear, like plutonium rods, the way they glow and stuff, they look awesome too. But yeah, if I had to pick, I kind of agree. Turbo motors, the fused modular frame, probably the plutonium packs. I don't think I've ever used or built Fixonium, so I've never actually seen it. Like, I know what it looks like, but I've never built it in the game. And then there's plutonium, but there's also uranium fuel rods. So I can't remember which one's which. Right, anyways, try to be quick. Right, so there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Zooped out of our minds. Now we need this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's kind of cool. It's thick. Needs to go up all the way. Alright, on this side. Maybe put lights on the sides too. That's what I did for the elevator. That's not how a turbo works on the turbo motors. They're supposed to be rotated, so where you see the fan is pointing into the exhaust manifold. Could have fooled me. Yeah, I don't know anything about engineering, to be honest. If I missed your message, just write it again. I'm paying attention now. I won't miss any more. As soon as I see it move, I'm gonna look and read, okay? Like a professional. Like a professional. Alright, just one side to go, and then that's done. Might blueprint that in future, because I think I'll get that USIP. I'm not an engineer, I just helped my stepdad with his free diesel. Yeah, you're just smarter than... Well, it's like a mini engineer. Like, I've got a car, but I've never looked inside it or anything. Made you look? He did. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. That's basically it. Clean up some of those tiny bits in there. Probably doesn't look the best at the very bottom, but I don't know what you can do about that. See, something I would like to do, there's mods where you can place bushes and stuff. I would just put bushes around that and hide it a bit, and rocks and things. That kind of thing, like that kind of thing, perfect, that kind of thing. Scree, or whatever it's called, and just some bushes and foliage. And that way you just kind of blend little awkward bits into the environment a little bit more cleanly. But it's all good. Oh my god, Rex is going mental. Rex. Rex. Oh, you still couldn't really see him, I guess. There he is. He's like just a black void. Good boy. Oh, you want it? Here, you can have my pen. He steals my pens and just takes them away for a while. I don't know why. He like hops up my desk and he'll just grab a pen and just run off with it. It's like, okay. One last thing to do here, just maybe as a slight thing, some metal on it, the top part. Alright, there we go. Looks okay. I like that, you know, I like going for that kind of broken up effect. Like everything's like at different heights. There's some with balconies, some with not. Not just a big box. So that helps. Makes everything take a little longer to do, but I think it pays off in the end. Right, so the last thing then is just the roof on this side, then we have to do the other side, and that's it then. We've pretty much finished this side of the factory. I would, this is outdoors. So just do regular concrete, not polished. With the new truck pathways coming, you going back to the last stream world to the copper Caterium factory? No. I never had it. Like I've said a million times, there's no problem with the trucks in that world. The factory doesn't runs totally fine with the trucks anyway, from my experience. Because we were on stream. Didn't I ramp it up to 100% on stream? I feel like I did that. I don't recall anyway going like, oh man, I can't do it because the trucks don't work. Now they do look weird, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to go back now and do that. Or they can look weird. Damn Cara, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate that a lot. Hope you're doing good. You can add lights underneath. Yeah, maybe. It's tempting, actually. Any suggestions? What kind of lights? Like actual big lights or strip lights? Like these ones? Ooh, I added metal pillars on the edges. Interesting. Only on one side, though. Not so well. Oh no. Sorry to hear that, man. Hope whatever's going on passes quickly. Strip lights. Ron, oh, I was gonna say Ron. It's the currency is Ron. Hirako 88. Thank you for the super chat. And they say, great content. Right now I'm binging your previous Satisfactory playthrough on the Anno 1171 one. Looking forward to catching up on any future content. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Yeah, unfortunately I'll be going away for about 10-ish days soon. But once I'm back, then hopefully we'll mainline some videos and get these series back on track and have a bit more regular time frames. How'd you even get an idea of making some building so big? Are you crack? Am I crack? I don't know. Long story short, people ask me how do you plan things all the time. Whoops. Let me just open up my little planner. So a lot of people use like planning documents online. Satisfactory Modeler is a tool you can download on Steam for free. And you can feed it like what you're planning on doing and it'll tell you how many machines you need, stuff like that. For me, I build my own. And I have my own planning document thing. This thing. It doesn't do calculations for me, I just plan it all out. But the goal when I was making this factory was I kind of worked from the end backwards. So I was like, I'm at tier 8. I know I want turbo motors, and I want supercomputers, and I want radio control units, crystal oscillators, cooling systems, AI limiters, high-speed connectors, and silica. I think those are all the things I wanted that I didn't have, so I could build with them, but also provide a little bit to make like other things later down the line. Because that's what you need. You'll need them for the space elevator parts. So I was like, okay. Now normally people will do this, or a lot of people will do it in all different factories, but I was like, I'm just going to bundle it all together. Like I found enough, when I was looking up on the wiki online, I found enough commonality with their ingredients that I could probably just bring it all together in one. So I was like, okay, like you go like, okay, what do I need to make turbo motors? I need these things. What do I need to make that? I need this. What do I need to make that? This. And I worked out that really, I just needed copper, deuterium, and quartz, and limestone. I think that's basically it. A little bit of iron and some gas. I mean, that is like 4 ingredients. But from those 5, you can like make all this stuff. And then I just worked out like how many machines I'm gonna need. Like at the end, I only need 2 manufacturers for the turbo motors, and I need 4 for the supercomputers. So that requires needing 9 here, 12 here, 8 here, and you just work your way back. And you're like, okay, it turns out I'm gonna need a lot. And some of this stuff I make already in other places. So I was like, okay, I already have rubber. Right, rubber's not coming from anywhere. I'm not making it from anything. I have it from another factory. Same with the aluminum. I was like, that's already available, but it's going to require a truck station or a train station. So eventually then I was like, all right, so let's start with the foundation. Big train station at the bottom, big truck station on the other side. This is where things come in, floor above. This is where the machines go, floor above. Another layer of machines for the next tier. It's like you finish your good and you pass it up. And yeah, that's just kind of... I think the size of the factory ended up being this size just because of the amount of copper refineries I needed. That was the main deciding factor. Like, how wide is this thing going to be? And it was these machines. That's as wide back as it goes. But this is... I've built way bigger factories than this. Really. But just to somewhat answer your question, like, that's how it ended up being like this. Just working your way back from what you need and seeing how many machines you need, and then you can kind of go, well, 3 manufacturers takes up 10 foundations. I need 30, so I'll need 300 foundations. You just carve it out then. Did you just say aluminum to not trip up the Americans? Yeah, I've vacillated on both pronunciations. I think I used to say aluminium, but now I say aluminum. I think aluminum does sound better. But I don't even know which one is the American one anymore. Yeah, as people have mentioned, like my voice, my accent, it's all over the place. Like, I don't know, you know. Like, I'll say Z. And people are like, Z? Don't you mean Z? It's like, yeah, I guess. So it's, you know, can't win. And then people are like, where are you from? Stop trying stop doing the fake American accents. Like, I'm not doing a fake accent. That'd be a hell of a lot of effort to constantly do that. It's just from watching too much American TV shows, playing too many American games, living in England for a while, being Irish, became a mix of everything, you know? Yes, I am Irish, indeed. I'm 33, and I lived in Ireland for until I was 22, I think. Since then, I've been in England. So if you go far enough back in my old videos, especially my old channel, I'll sound a bit more Irish, but not that much more, really. Just never really had a strong accent. And Rosie, my girlfriend, fiance, soon-to-be wife, she, same thing, doesn't really have a strong accent at all. In fact, she sounds way more American than I do. She gets it all the time, like in person, people going like, oh, are you from like California and stuff? So we're just terminally online people. I'm currently building an electronics factory, and I don't know what to call it. Any suggestions? Yeah, I don't have the most inventive names for my factories, like they're just called what they are, mostly, but I can tell you what mine is called. So I have an electric factory, yeah, it's called a copper electric factory, because it's largely based on copper. It has some copper output, like I think I make wire there and a few other things. In fact, I can see what I make there. There it is, copper electric. So I make computers, adaptive control units, cable, and copper sheets. So it's the copper electric factory. The factory I'm doing now, it's the turbo electric factory, because it makes turbo motors, as well as all these other things I just showed. Aluminum factory. I always have a 3-letter acronym for it, because I usually hook up, I don't know if you need to really anymore now, but with trucks, having so many truck routes in my games and stuff, and just knowing where everything is going, I would list them by what they're called. So instead of writing turbo electric every time, I'd be like, it's the TEF. And then my blueprints, any blueprints to do at that factory, will be called TEF something. So yeah, that's typically how I did it. The iron complex, because there's 4 outer buildings and 1 main building, so it's kind of like a complex of buildings. The steel foundries, standard motor factory, plastic, rubber, and turbo fuel factory, liquid biofuel factory, and the aluminum factory. And I had the modular frame startup area, but that's gone. So my suggestion would be to combine 2 of the goods into a name. That's typically what I do. Right? Yeah, I don't think this is going to work out very well, but let's see. So it would need to go 1, 2. Then I would have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so that's obviously not going to reach. We need a smaller dome on this side, or a curve. 1, 2, 3. I don't know how I just did that. Oh, I did 3, that's why. Something like that. I guess the window could still go in the middle. It's just a little shorter than the others. That's okay, though. Alright, let's get rid of that for now. Okay. The wall is here. Way too organized. Wish I was half that organized in real life, let alone in game. It's because I played the game a lot. Like when I first played it, you know, I never did any of that stuff. And it's just knowing that I took a long break from this game. When I came back, it was so good to have that, because now it's just like, it's so easy to know what's doing what and what's going where. So people always say like, why don't you use this planner or this planner? It's like, I love doing my own planner, mainly for the reason that I can literally lay out machines how they are laid out in game. So if I show you the aluminum factory, this is like the map of those machines. Like they are laid out with 3 refineries here and 3 there, and this is how they feed to each other. So I love doing that. That's a great way to customize like how your factories run. But then I have like this meta level where I can then see, okay, the iron complex, here's what it puts out, here's what it receives. Where does it get it from? It gets it from this factory, and it's like the steel pipe. So it makes 160, 150 goes to the iron complex. Sorry, 150 comes out. Yeah, 120 goes to the iron complex and 30 goes here. So that's 150. So I'm left over with 10. I was confused there for a sec. I was like, that's not adding up. So that's just really good, because if you take a break and you come back to the game, you just know what you've got available. It's like, I have 10 steel pipe available. I've got 30 steel beam, 15 industrial beams. Those are mostly for building. I have 20 rotors, 20 motors. These are all per minute. These factories all run at 100%, so I don't have to worry about them ever running short. They're good to go. This factory is running at 50% of its output until I boost its power. Once I get more power, I can just turn on the machines, and then it'll it'll produce the numbers that are in the brackets. So this, what I haven't done yet actually, is this factory here is taking in stuff from here. I have to like join them with like little lines and stuff, and we need to list what it's making as well with its own little spreadsheet thing. So that's been really great, because I can just come back to that whenever I've taken a break from the game and I know what everything's done. It just helps avoid, quote, burnout, because you're like, oh, what does this do? I don't remember anything. It's full of issues. But yeah, it's a lot. I don't expect most people to do that kind of thing. Hello, Pup Orion Sirius? Kind of have to. If you don't keep track, it just gets way too chaotic. Yeah. Because a lot of people say like, oh man, how do you avoid burnout in the game? Like, if you can just spare the time to write some stuff down, it'll really help for those days where you inevitably miss playing the game, or you go away for a while and you come back later, something like that. Steam has a feature where you can actually just take notes on any game in the Steam overlay. So you go Steam overlay and there's like a note function, notes, and you can just make notes. I would recommend doing that. If you just didn't want to have a separate program or anything, just write down like, oh, this goes here, I forgot to do this, this is, I still have to be, you know, this is something I need to do. Or just write down what every factory makes. You can also do it in game with the signs, that can help too. I think I said just go to 2 rather than oh no, 2 and then just 2 across, that's it. Alright. This way. Just joined. Are you starting a new world on 1.2? Not at the moment, no. And no, I don't really plan on doing it. I might do it in future for a stream series, but no plans to at the moment. Once 1.2 comes out, then I'll play it. But at the moment, it's just there's nothing really there that I need to. I felt like, oh, I need to get that now. No offense to it. If I was starting a new game, though, I could see why. It seems good. Especially with the random nodes and things. But I never die, so I don't care about respawn toilets or whatever. It's funny, but I don't care. My truck routes are largely done. I'm mostly in the train aspect of the game now. I'm sure I'll build more trucks eventually, but maybe with the nuclear power plant actually. But I don't really need it just right now. But if I was starting a new game, I would absolutely like go for it. Alrighty, what's this side left to do? Plan was to do a power management room then. Be a little bit of a nightmare. Good. Put some lights on these roofs if you need to too. Wait, it isn't out? I thought it was. It's in beta testing phase at the moment. Not fully out yet. So you can opt in, basically, but yeah. That explains why some 1-1 worlds broke. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I'll just avoid it for now. If they were like, oh, there's like a tier 10 in it, I'd be like, oh yeah, let's get it now. Well, I guess I'm not near tier 10 either. But if there was like new content properly, I mean, I guess the new thing would be fluid trucks, which is cool. I do wish the fluid truck stations had like an actual, like, I really wish they would just update the truck stations to include fluid refueling input. But the moment you refuel just with solid. Now they've added fluid truck stations and fluid trucks, and it's like, great, you can transport fluids, but they need to package their own fuel to refuel themselves. It's like, why do we have to do that? So now if you're delivering fuel to a place, you also have to be like trying to packaging it somehow in order to keep the trucks moving. It's like, just let them drink. Let them drink their own fuel. That'd be really nice. I don't think they're going to do it, but because it would involve changing the existing models, I guess, but they really should. Where would it be? Truck station there. So basically, I'm advocating for either an alternate model where that is a circle for a fuel input, or update the model to include it on top or something, you know. But that seems like a bit too much effort, I think. And it's the way it goes. When developers do things, it's always like, oh man, if they just did this now, then I'd be happy. So I do get that. But it does feel, to me, a little missing when it's like, oh, we've added fluid trucks. But they still need solids to refuel. It's like, okay. I'm confused. What have I done wrong here? Oh. Yeah, this is the last bit, I think. Good job. Alright, he's in. can always add the suggestion. Yeah, someone else can add the suggestion. I joked about this before, but it's like, I'll just say it on these streams and hope someone hears it and then passes it along somehow. And then if they don't do anything about it, I'll complain. It's like my suggestion for elevators, right? The elevator should move to the z-axis that you're floating around at, so that you don't ever have to call it. You can just have that one for free. Beautiful your factory, thank you. I'm planning on 1.2 world when it is released, with 10 times space elevator parts and maybe a few other tweaks, like the higher power usage. Yeah, that was something I only found out about yesterday. I don't know if I do that. Because inevitably when you're asking for 10 times the materials, I feel like you'll use a lot more power then. Getting there? I'm inclined to leave power alone. But each to their own, yeah, that could be fun. Well, but all pure nodes? And then it's like all pure nodes. All pure nodes with 10 times the usage. I guess you're giving yourself also more ability to make more power that way. So maybe it balances out. I think for me, I wouldn't do pure nodes. I would just do randomized. For me, I would just do randomized nodes. 10 times or 100 times the parts, whatever the max is. And just play that way and figure it out. Alright, so we still need to do this open part here. And then here. So this is where I've been leaving this to last because I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. The original intention was to... Oh shit. Have drones. Yeah, so this is the power control room. Or it will be. So in here I want to be able to turn on and off things. Just in case we have to restart machines. Which sometimes does happen. If... as we're scaling up the power. Ideally, it'll never have to happen, but just as in the off chance power dies or something. We have to clean this place up. Do that in a minute, though. Don't want to get too distracted. I think I should just still focus on finishing these walls. So this will be power control room. This floor, I guess, could come out to the edge of the railway. That look good. So this floor comes out to like here. Our truck stations. So this will be, I don't think I'll have power back up here, but maybe. And then that's the awesome sync room. And then above it is where the drones will go. Pick up the stuff to fly it someplace. Not everything needs a drone though, but some stuff will. Some stuff might go down into the truck stations. Need to put a proper entrance in these as well. This is what I was talking about. Excuse me. Ugh, I'm slurring my words now. This is what I was talking about before, which is like I'll need to add ramps here for the new update because raised stations don't work correctly. Well, they do work, but they visually look crazy now. Trucks will float in the air in 1.2. Make the garage. I'm all for it. I'd like to build way too big. A world with all pure nodes sounds great. Yeah, I was thinking if you're going to increase power 10 times, then giving yourself all pure nodes, that makes sense, because then you'll have enough power. I was just worried that you might not have enough power to really achieve like high throughput, but you should, I guess. If it's all pure, because then your uranium's all pure, your oil nodes are all pure. Turbo fuel, or what's it called, rocket fuel, should be easy. Even this open on the sides is kind of nice, actually. Don't know. This is everything that we had to do. I can start removing this now. So water extraction and recycling is the last thing. The drone ports in the power control. Get rid of all this then. This was everything that we were doing every time, every episode. Gone. Yeah, I guess actually I need a proper entrance to be able to get up there then. I don't have that yet. Oh yeah, and I was starting to hook up the rows of machines already, just a little bit. Yeah, lights, cables, and walkways. And then there's still just a little bit of logistics to do. Such a shame with the way the lights do that. What's up, weed and sneakers, man? Hey, Ava. More than 2 times power would add up fast. Yeah, definitely. Pure nitrogen. Oh, yeah, that would be... Oh, yeah, gas. That would be really nice getting the gas benefit. You're leaving random nodes until community finds some balanced and fun seeds. So this is what I asked before, and people said that random nodes shuffles around the existing nodes. So it seems like it would still be, quote, balanced. I don't think you could ever roll a seed where it's like, it's all uranium, you know? I think there's always a... From what I've been told, although we had actually differing opinions, there's 5 uranium nodes in the game. If you click random nodes, could you get 10? Or will there be 5 just in different places? That's what I want to know. Or is there an option for both? I don't know. If I just downloaded it, I could see, but I haven't done that. My all iron could be guarded by nuclear hogs. That's what wouldn't be fun. That's true, yeah, sure. You could get 10? Damn. Saw something weird down below. Alright, looking good, looking good. Still lots of little things to be done, but looking good. Getting better. Amazing how dark it is still, even with the sun out. Alright, next room over. Recycling / drones. This seems like a good spot for it. Oh. I do think partly for the symmetry, yeah, this floor should come out and be the same almost as that one. Oh, I can't. Oh, yeah. I want to see something. So if that came out to here, and then this came out as well along here, then it would be like this wraparound effect, and that could look kind of cool. But it needs that floor to come out, and then the drones land in the middle. Nothing would go along this side though, that's the only thing. Need the foundations for that. Yep. But the difference is this side probably comes out way more than just 4 across. it's 11 across, whereas this one would be pretty thin by comparison. But that might be okay. Yeah. There are 3 selections. Location, purity, and ratio. Oh. Started with a fully randomized world and ended up with quite a bit. Though, it occurs to me now that I might just be considering the fact that 2 of them were pure and right next to each other. Really like the vanilla node placements and how they are segregated by area. Yeah, I like that too. I think, it's just I played 2,000 hours of the standard map, so the idea of randomizing it all to me sounds fun. Just wondering, is that too far to come over? I'll split the difference. Alright, so let's go like this. Part of me thinks in the future I could add those extra machines that could do fused modular frames here. That would still be on the manufacturing floor. Or I could just expand out that way actually if I needed to. Need more concrete. I could go get some. What stage am I on? I don't know. We've finished tier 8. Yeah, I just can't remember what I need to feed the space elevator. I'll have a look now and it'll make sense. Phase 4. So yeah, have to do these. So we make those. We don't make electromagnetic control rods, actually. We make all of that. Although I don't make the modular engines anymore, but I make the other 3 things. Oh no, I don't make fused frames either. So yeah, still a bit to be done there. I have cooling systems and turbo motors. Yeah, I don't make that either. So I can do half of this, almost. Yeah, so fused modular frames. My factory is 90% capable of doing it. I would just have to add a couple extra things into it. And then we could do that. And then that would pretty much be everything. I need a space elevator part factory, though, to handle the... Where did I say? Oh, I was getting concrete. To handle those special things like modular engines and stuff. There are 4 different random... Oh yeah, random, which is base nodes. Basic resource rich. More iron, limestone, copper. Advanced resource rich. More uranium, sand, bauxite. Alright, that's cool. That's nice. That's not a wall of text at all. Thank you. Just came here to steal some. Ready. Did I take my car with me? I guess I did. Looking good. Starting to look part of the scene. Look at my trucks behaving themselves. They're doing great, little guys. Right, I'm gonna copy the layout of that one on this one. I don't think I used blueprints for that. No. I think I always say this. Should be quick though, but let's just check if I have new ones. Nah, it's for the underfloor. Alright. Actually, what was that last one? Oh, that's it. There we go. Up to 5, right? It doesn't include the trim on the bottom. I can update that though. I think that's pretty much it, and it's just a roof on the top. Yeah. Darren, did you update the coal power plant in this world to be the current belt limit? Insofar as it runs at 2700 megawatts, I didn't add any extra machines. I could probably get even more coal out of the original nodes, but that would require adding more machines, and that was something I never planned on doing. The idea was to build one belt speed ahead of where I'm at, buff it up to whatever that is, and then leave it just forever. It's fine. Alright, if I want these to match, they do. So we go here probably. Alright. Yep. Excellent. Alright. This is a bit not temporary. There's nothing in here. But there might be one day, but yeah, probably it's really just to see if I can match the aesthetic on the other side. This would have to be the way in, really, because it's a bit hemmed in on this side. But I suppose we get rid of this. Abhinav Demon, thank you very much for becoming a channel member. Appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Sorry if I butchered your name. Oh my god, is this the wrong height? Oh no. Didn't see that there. Oh, I gotta do it again. I'm so sorry, guys. That's a shame. Oh, it's like a half nudge down. Yeah, weird. Don't know how I managed that. Hey, Genome Cop, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Yeah, if every factory had to be the current belt limit, then every factory would have to expand that. It would just be kind of crazy. Be a daunting task. Alright. That didn't take too long to get back to where we're at. just a heads up, they have changed some things about fluid headlift in 1.2, and it could mess with your setup. So my power plant went a bit haywire. That's annoying. I just hope they don't mess with my aluminum setup, because it is perfect. And I mean perfect. There is no better way to do it. And I don't say that about anything I do in any walk of life. But that is perfect. So I felt like I figured it out. I'd really like this they left that one alone. Yeah, what did they change? I'd be curious to know that. Not sure exactly. You could look at the patch notes. Maybe I will. Let me do this wall, and then we'll just quickly load up the Steam patch notes, see if it mentions anything about fluid. I'll just search the word fluid, as I often do on the internet. Okay, looking good. So this will come out the same as on that side. So this would be a cool kind of shape. This open center for the drones. Yeah, nice. Right, let me just save it for real quick. Patch notes. Is there... .210. That's just recently. 17th of March. Okay. I was just gonna say, is there an actual patch notes thing on the website, or is this everything? Just copy that. That might be good. Can I find it? Oh. Fluid station and trucks. Well, it makes sense they might change stuff because of this, I guess. Fluid stations and fluid trucks are now in the game. This allows for an alternative way to transport and store fluids across long distances. All the new changes to vehicle paths and improvements also apply to them. Both the station and truck have a capacity of 3,200 meters cubed in their internal storage. Unlocked in Tier 5. And that's it. There's no other mention of fluids. So unless they, which is possible, didn't mention it, but did something anyway. Yeah. I wonder if maybe on this, does it say there, patch notes? Patch notes video. Read the patch notes here. Well, that's where we were. I was just wondering if it was on their website, maybe in more detail, but no, that's probably it then. Yeah, don't know. I wouldn't doubt that it could have changed though, because they are messing with that area of the game. So just because it's not in the patch notes doesn't mean it didn't happen. I write patch notes for Manderlords, and we forget some stuff sometimes, or some stuff gets in there that we didn't list. I'm not playing on 1.2. No, I was just curious about that. Just started playing Satisfactory for the first time. I've watched Josh, and he inspired me to start to play this game. Is that let's game it out? Alrighty. Yeah, sorry, I'm not being super fun like Josh right now. We're doing kind of mundane stuff, but I'm preparing things for when I'm doing a nuclear power plant soon, or in a couple weeks, once I'm back from me holidays. Right, so we're just gonna copy that roof all the way down, basically. Should be quick enough. Josh inspired you. Good luck. Yeah, I'm just a little surprised because most people, I don't know, maybe obviously the video he's done has like loads of views and stuff. I would have thought it would almost make people want to not want to play the game. Just like be entertained by what he's doing. I often think that about like Spiffing Brits videos as well. It's like, oh, I've found a way to break the game. Does that make people want to play it? I would have thought that would make people not want to play it, but what do I know? This roof is going to be slightly shorter, I think, than the other one. The other one was 11 tiles across. This one's like 8. I'll just see how that's done. So 1, 2, and then it's 3, and then a gap, then 3, and then 1, 2. Yeah. I didn't want to make the same size because it'll just push this area in way too much. And it doesn't need to be anyway. If it does have machines getting added into it, it'll only be 1 row, not 2. It's okay, that's different. It breaks things up anyway. Here's the music. Been listening to Shape Z2 for a while. What do we got? Stellaris again could be cool. Stellaris soundtrack. His Star Rupture episode was really good. Oh, nice. I don't watch anyone on YouTube for gaming, really. I listen to podcasts about games, but I have no idea what's going on out there. A lot of YouTubers really keep tabs on what other YouTubers are doing. It's like, I have no idea, because I met up with some recently, and they're kind of like talking about other YouTubers, and I'm genuinely like, no idea what anyone else does. They were talking about Total War though. It wasn't Satisfactory, I think. Alright, got some music in the background. It'll come on soon. Probably vary in quality though, because some of it's like action orientated. Anyway, he beat the game without beating the tutorial. It's just ridiculous. That's awesome. That's funny. Yeah. And that takes dedication. I just couldn't do that. I couldn't play games like that way. I'm such a child. I like to just really sell the world and believe that what I'm doing matters and it's real. And as soon as people start like breaking games and stuff, I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to play this. Or I'd just ignore those exploits. There's like tons of exploits in Total War and stuff, and I'm like, nah, it just ruins it though. But people live to find those things and love playing with and love breaking games. Right. Very ominous music. What is this? The Shadows of the Shroud DLC. I haven't played that one. Is there any drama in the Satisfactory community of YouTubers? Who has the most drama? Please don't let it be me. Was anyone cancelled for bad cable management or something? You can make the drama? Yeah, maybe I should just stir up some drama. Let me, who's a YouTuber? Kibitz. Yeah, fuck that guy. It's like gets clipped. It's like, what Darren Place says, fuck this guy. It's not a big pool to choose from, that's true. You're a drama OG after all. That's true, yeah. Give me a glass of whiskey now. And then we'll create some drama. Ooh, a glass roof on the middle actually would be nice. I mainly watch Darren Bits and Kibitz. It's so unfortunate in some ways that there's two YouTubers for Satisfactory that largely play Satisfactory, and one of them is called Kibitz, and the other is called Bits. How did that happen? It just seems so unfortunate in some ways. Because I would have assumed, if I didn't know, I'd be like, oh, that's obviously like his second channel or something, you know? Maybe that's the strategy. There's the drama. I think he did that on purpose. Bits is the smaller one, right? Clearly just SEO farming. Kibitz his name. That's what I thought. Yeah, I would have thought that too. That they were the same person. So good to see you on the digital crack again. Thanks. OMG lol waffle. Oh my god, lol waffle. Good to see you again. Fluxo. Shout out to Fluxo. Nilaus has had an efficiency-based playthrough at one point, but he mostly does other factory games. Nilaus. Yeah, I don't know that name at all. I know Nivarius. He does YouTube or Anno stuff. Who? Oh, here's drama. Who sells their blueprints for like the most? You beef with... I don't beef with anyone. I'm joking. Totally joking. I don't know any of these guys. And I'm sure they're all lovely. I was joking saying like we should start drama. Because I was asking, I was like, oh, I don't really watch Satisfactory YouTubers or many YouTubers in general. Is there any drama in the community? And I was like, let's make some, just as a joke. JC in the Beard also started Factory. Oh, sorry, JC the Beard. He is a Timberborn guy. Oh, nice. I followed Nilas from Captain of Industry. Oh, nice. Yeah, man, I'd love to play more of that game. I've never played, or I did play, what's it called? DSP, Dyson Space Program. I only ever played it for one day when it came out. And I was like, this is awesome. And I just never played it again. And it's rated extremely high. I'm sure it's awesome. So I'd love to get into that as well. Who has the time, though, you know? Who has the time? I feel like I'm entering Gondor with this music playing. Yeah, this is the Hegemonic Dominion from Stellaris. Might just turn it down a little bit. Some Stellaris soundtracks are, like, would be perfect for this game, but I'm in the playlist of all songs, so because of that, it'll be a range of music from like war music to sad music to all this stuff. Good. So we need a floor underneath that side, so that floor has to just come out a bit more, and then we add the pillars. Ooh. One thing I've kind of messed up on is can't do the pillars the same. I could do them on this side, but I can't do them on the outside. Oh no, I guess I could. Yeah, why not? Yeah, that'll work. I thought this has to come out further. Doesn't. They're at the same height, but the wall goes in. Right, what he was doing. Is this blueprinted? No. Maybe on the other side. I feel like I did blueprint it at one point. Darn, I could be wrong, but you seem like a Crusader Kings guy as well. Not that one per se, but the genre, am I right? Yeah, so I used to review strategy games. So I do like Paradox games. Stellaris is my favorite Paradox game, or was. I haven't played it in a really long time because they keep changing it. But Crusader Kings is probably my second then. I never really liked Europa Universalis. Like, I played it a little bit, and I think, like I say a little bit, I think I have like 100 hours in it, but it's just not for me. And never tried Victoria 2 is okay. Kind of got into that for a bit. Never played 3, and Crusader Kings 2 I never bothered with. I just couldn't. It was just like so off-putting. But 3 I thought was awesome. Really love 3. Just because it's more user-friendly, basically. So yeah, big fan of 3. And I did videos on it back in the day. There's a couple of videos where we told the story of like one of the guys that I streamed it. I used to stream loads back in the day, and I'd be on I have a green screen and everything. And in my glory days. And yeah, I played as Denmark, and also another one is Poland, and they're up as like mini let's plays even, I think, somewhere. Right. But anyway, long story short, love the game. Haven't played it in a while either, just don't have the time. Games take way too long. And then they update and you're like, it's gonna take me even longer to kind of get back into this and like learn the differences. But I think Royal Court was the last time I played it. And I thought it was great. I'm not super into like history though. I just love Crusader Kings for like the roleplay of just having a character in that setting and being able to do things with them and seeing what happens. But I don't know anything about the history of it. Like I don't know who any of these countries are or anything like that. So a lot of it's like kind of lost to me from that angle. And people are like, why don't you learn? It's like, I actually just don't care. Don't care. Not a big history guy. I am listening to history podcasts at the moment. I like Roman history, so I often listen to stuff to do with that. Roman history, World War II. That's basically it. And Roman history is like pre-Empire Roman history. Yeah, exactly. Caesar. Basically, the two generations before Caesar and one generation after, and that's my interest period. After that, it's like whatever. Once it becomes emperors and stuff, it's like, this is boring now. No one's doing anything. No one's destroying the Republic, you know? Doesn't feel right. I guess it has to start from the bottom. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. And once you get to the eras where it's like the countries that exist are the ones that are around today, I'm like, so don't care. That's my unpopular opinion. Anyway, you seem like a sci-fi guy. Yeah, I'm really into space exploration. I'm a mild fan. Like I'm an enthusiast for astrophysics and stuff like that. Do my best to read about that and learn about it. And quantum theories and all this stuff. It's awesome. Love all that. But I'm obviously just someone who listens to other people talk about it. I don't know that much myself. In terms of sci-fi though, have I heard of Trench Crusade? No, haven't heard of it actually. Honestly, I just don't consume that much media. I just don't have the time. I just play games. Just play games all the time. If there's a game, I might have heard of it. Alright, I know the format. 1, 2, 3. We're just going 3 over and then a wall. All the way down. Like, my exposure to Star Wars was through the Star Wars video games, not the movies. And I thought the games were awesome. I was like, Star Wars Battlefront was like one of the first Star Wars games I played. And I was like, I don't know what this is, but this is sick. As like a kid. And then I would have seen like the movies and stuff. I probably saw the prequels first. Yeah, it's a game, TTRPG. Oh yeah, just haven't heard of it. French Crusade. It's not Warhammer or something, is it? It's its own thing. Now, that top layer has to be metal. Wait. The one pillar is like halfway on off. Its base is misaligned. Oh no. See if we can find that pillar. So it's a pillar over there, is it? I am reading a sci-fi book though at the moment. I'm reading Red Rising. Pierce Brown. I'm very slow to read. I started it in January. I am still not done. because it's kind of hard to read things when I'm like, oh, I could just play Arc Raiders right now. Or I could work on Manor Lords or do something else. By the door. He said its base is misaligned. Oh my god. Yeah, well spotted. Thing almost fell down. I'm on the second book, they're great. Yeah, people tell me like the second book is like where it's at. Every time I read anything, I'm always like, books are the best. This is so much, I just love it. And then I just never find the motivation to pick it up and read anything. Because I just play too many games. Still playing Octopath Traveler 0. It's such a long game. Getting a little too long now. But I do enjoy it, it's really fun. Right, so it was... Oh yeah, so these are doors. I remember now. A door, and that's a door. That's a door. Finally managed to catch the live stream again. Hey Lord Zyros. Hopefully I said that name, or Zeros. Could be. Latest moderator in the chat. Good to see you. Hey Chris, good to see you as well. I meant to ask you, Chris, thoughts on Civilization 7? I saw you were playing it today. Is it a good time to play it? I always thought it looked good, but then everyone was like, oh no, it's terrible. Been watching tons of videos lately about like Artemis 2 and stuff. That's been awesome too, just seeing how what's actually going on. Learned some stuff I didn't know about how the moon orbits Earth. The sun pulls on the moon a little bit. So it has I can't remember what it's called, but the way it goes around, it's not like, let's say there's a perfect circle, but then the circle like shifts over a little bit this way, and then it shifts over a little bit this way. And on the side view, it looks like it's going up and down a little bit, just a little bit, very small amounts, because of the way the sun pulls on it. And it takes like 18 years for it to complete that cycle or whatever. And it's like, oh, since we went before, it's done that. It's just completed 3 of those cycles. So it's actually in like a different vertical position than it would be otherwise too. Which is like, oh, I don't know, just stuff like that. It's really cool. I never really thought about it. Eccentrics, love you, darn. Thank you, Harpreet. I'm not going to say love you too. I'll just say thank you. I kind of recommend it just now, but I would recommend you wait for the big update that's fast approaching, seeing what people are saying then. Yeah, they said they were like toying around with the idea of being able to play as one civ for the whole game. I mean, it's insane that we're at this point. But that's all I really want. I like the idea of being able to change into another civ. The idea with Humankind was cool. It's just the way they did it in that game was like so ridiculous. Like, oh cool, like I'm like African, and then I become Celtic, and then I become Japanese. It's like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Like, why can't it progress from one civ? Like, civilizations did rise and fall. They didn't just become something else like completely. So it'd be cool to have like a representation of that. Just without the hard reset and stuff, and for it to be a progressional thing and an optional thing. Anyway, whatever. Alright, looking good. Matching that side. A revolutionary idea, I guess you could say. Yeah, I don't know why I never really thought about it. It's like, oh, the sun's influence actually does pull the moon in different directions. And the sun and... or sorry, and Earth and moon The moon doesn't orbit the Earth. They orbit a common center of gravity, which is slightly just off center from the Earth. Guess I knew that, but it was still cool to see it visualized in some videos. And then to see how they're slingshotting themselves around, it's fucking awesome to think of like what people are doing right now. I can see the moon super clearly today. And I was looking at it just thinking like, man, it's like 4 people floating around that thing right now on their way back. Madness. The moon essentially has a tide dictated by the sun. Yes, kind of, yeah. That's a nice way of putting it. At least that's how I've interpreted it, yeah. And it has an almost perfect circular orbit, but it's like, there's a name for that, but it's like 0.05% off of a perfect circle. And then it also rises and falls. Like, fiery center. The sun is actually not in the ultimate center. It too has a sort of, has a micro rotation, like its center of gravity is slightly off. Well, everything would rotate around a common center of gravity, right? Unless something is super, like, really massive. But yeah, I'd imagine the other planets are all tugging on each other too. Like Jupiter and stuff probably pulls at everything a bit. It's just cool. It's cool that we know that and that we can kind of predict it. So much so that we can aim for things before they're there and land on them then. It's pretty cool. Alright, have to do this other side. Probably quick though, so we just have to copy what we see in front of us. This is probably easier here. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then here. 1, 2, 3. That's good enough. And the stuff we're talking about now, which like, oh, you know, like 20, 30 years, like the goal is to get like our first moon base going and stuff. It's like, man, that's sick. Apreet, thank you very much. Love you for the super chat. Thank you. I hope one day it'll become easy to travel to the moon for regular people without needing special education and training to do so. That would be cool. I don't think I wouldn't have the balls to do it. A lot of people would have to do it first for me to consider it. But even then, it's like, man, like 10 days to go to a place that's probably not going to have much going on anyway. But just to, I guess, for the view and the idea of being able to do it. Be cool. To the moon! Hypertubes to the moon, yeah indeed. Space elevator. One thing I'd really like to see, I've never seen this in real life, but is a rocket launch. And I'd really like to see a rocket landing. Looks so cool when you see like double boosters landing at the same time. Like, that is so cool. Like, I would pay money to be there and see that happen. I just think it's so awesome. And the bigger the rocket, the better. Like, when I saw that in videos, I was just like, this is incredible. And I just never feel that for anything. I'm like totally dead inside. I've never felt like pride for countries or anything like that. People often say like, oh, you know, I see my football team win a match, I feel prideful, and or to know like Ireland has won medals and stuff. It's like, I just don't, no interest. But when I saw that, I was like, damn, that's like, I can't believe I was like, we've done that. Even though I haven't done anything, but it was like, wow, as a species we're able to do that. That's kind of crazy. Like, that's the first time I ever felt like I felt pride, weirdly enough. And I'm sure that was probably the vibe we're feeling for some people anyway when they watched moon landings originally. Holy shit. People are standing on that thing. Allegedly. We're able to fake that. You're gonna have to head over to Florida for that? Yeah, I totally would though. Florida or Texas or something, wherever they do them. Alright, so you got a door, you got a door, you got a door. Honestly thought it was AI at first. Yeah, it looked really crazy, like CG almost when it was first happening. And they did it a few times. It's like, I think actually a while back when one of the first ones was happening, I was streaming and we were watching it live. That was fun too. Ah, I'll leave that, whatever. Okay, so pillars on this side, and then just that end, and then this little thing is done, and then it's on to the drones in the power room. What time is it? Oh, they'll have to wrap up then, probably after that. But the next stream, I'd like to get one more in before I go. Ideally. I will be streaming tomorrow, by the way, for those who don't know. It's Anno Day tomorrow, 9-hour stream. So I'll be streaming for 9 hours. It is a sponsored stream. They're revealing like some stuff. DLCs and the like. And we're doing giveaways. But I'm largely just going to be hanging out watching their stream. I gotta figure that out, actually. I have to go get food or something prepared. So if you like Anno, it should be a fun day. And I don't know what they're showing. So it'll be... I might get told on today, actually. But yeah, for now, anyway, I don't know. So it should be fun. They did put up timeline or whatever it's called of what they're doing as well. Schedule, that's the word. What time's the stream on? I think it's at 9 in the morning UK time. I have to check their Twitter. I can't remember. I'll just check it real quick. Yeah, but they're doing it is just me literally watching their stream. I'm not playing the game. I would, but it's about watching their stream, and they're doing Twitch drops and Twitch giveaways, but I'm just streaming on YouTube and they're like, that's fine. It's like, okay. Let's see. They don't list their time zones. That's good. But I think it's German time, whatever that is. Central European time. So I'm BST, so I think I'm an hour behind. 8:45. I don't normally get up that early, but yeah, I'll be up and then stream the whole day. So they're doing welcome remarks. They're going through the history of the games, and they're also doing giveaways throughout. Yeah, so giveaways plus reveals, Anno 1800 gameplay, special guests. I wonder who the special guests are. Maybe some people got flown out or something. I'm not involved that way. I'll just be restreaming or co-streaming, I think they call it. Yeah, it should be fun. I'm gonna sit around and watch TV for 9 hours. Oh, it's Chris Zillion's birthday tomorrow. Nice, awesome, hey. Yeah, it's so coincidental because I saw someone mention recently, they were like, they should do an Anno Day, like on the 9th of the 9th. Because they've always included 9 as like their number in game. All their games add up to 9. So it's like, yeah, it would have made sense actually to do it in September. But I guess they just chose April 9th for some reason. And they have, they're timing it with reveals and stuff like that. But the 9th of the 9th would have really made sense, but oh well. Oh. Been really tempted to play Stellaris again since watching Project Hail Mary. Speaking of sci-fi stuff. Mainly because there is like a rock-based life form in it. And it made me want to play like lithoids. Ninth of the 9th at 9 a.m. What's up from Texas? Just bought Satisfactory on the Xbox, and I'm binge watching your videos to get up to speed. Thanks for all the awesome content and detailed information. It really helps me. No problem. Yeah, I was watching someone posted something about one of my videos recently, and I realized, like, obviously I say all the hotkeys in keyboard slang. I don't know, obviously, what they are in using a controller, because it wasn't out at the time. But I was thinking like, oh man, I hope it's people are able to follow it on console, because I'm like, oh, you know, press Alt to ping or whatever. Press H to lock things in place. But I guess it's just good to know that you can do it, and then if you're paying attention to the screen, usually the button prompt is up on there in your own game to do it. But yeah, that's good to hear though, thank you. Righty. Off here and here. I'd love a Stellaris series too. I'd love a lot of things. I think as a YouTuber I really shouldn't. I need to prevent myself from spreading, going out on loads of different games all the time. Talked about before. So yeah, plans are just to keep it with Satisfactory. And Anno. Although, a game that's coming out that does look really cool that I probably won't be able to ignore, just at least for a little bit, is that game City State Metropolis. That looks pretty cool. Like a city builder, but it's hard to explain. I could just pop it up on the screen now if you want and show it, actually. It just looks promising based on what he's doing, and they've done games before, so it's not his first game either. Because I thought it was just like, oh, I don't know about this. Could just be one of these random indie games that doesn't really deliver what it says it can. But it's like, oh no, this is actually the third in the series. So it's like, oh, okay. And they're received well, so that's even better. I do really need to sleep, yeah. Too busy laying pipe here in Satisfactory. Yeah, that was kind of the original reason for making my What Darn Plans channel and my What Darn Builds channel. I was like, oh, I'll do the other games on those ones. Just don't have the time, though. Damn. Felt like such a good idea at the time. And then I was just like, oh, I can barely even do any videos on my own channel. Just need to check something on the other side. Oh no, I think I did leave it like that with the exposed metal, yeah. There we go, that's looking a lot better. It's looking cool. I need to see what I need to do with this. I think I have to put the metal padding on it. Yeah. And then that needs a wall that goes all the way down eventually too. I'll probably stay on for a little while longer. You were talking about your nuclear power plant. How big are you planning to go with that? Yeah, it's a difficult thing because it's like, as a YouTuber, it's like, oh, you should go as big as you can. But practically in the game, if I don't want to slow down extremely, I really just need like 50 to 100,000 megawatts of power to continue for a while. So I want to build, the plan really is to build a scalable nuclear power plant. It's like, okay, we're going to do the first section here, knowing that we'll bring more uranium in eventually. We'll set up more. But even then, it's not going to be like using all the uranium on the map or anything like that. So I don't know is the short answer. The one I've built already was this one. I imagine it would be pretty similar to that. This one had 8 power plants, so 50,000. So this might be the first version of it in a way, before then doing like further refinement. So got to store the waste somewhere until we can process it later, because I haven't unlocked what we need to process it. There's a bunch of like caveats like that. And then I want to make a little excess power for the drones to fly on, things like that. So yeah, I have to think about it, obviously, and decide where I'm even going to build it. I don't know. It's not going to be in the desert. We're going to do it somewhere else. I also need to make electromagnetic control rods for the next space elevator part, and that's going to be flown by drone over. Yeah, so there's a lot to consider. I don't know. I haven't really fully thought it through yet, but I'm aiming for about 100,000 megawatts, I think, so maybe 16 power plants. This was done using 400 uranium, so that would mean I'd need 800 in total. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I then changed this. I thought, oh yeah. This was the updated version where I actually started using the recycled. I started recycling the waste back in to make more. Yeah. Swamp. So in this world, I've already got stuff going on down in the swamp. Probably not down there. I'll probably just do it. Actually, I think I already did decide where I was going to do it. Over here at the Rocky Desert. Probably do it there. Hmm. Does this have the scaffolding inside? It does, yeah. Music is nice, but it's just so loud. It would have went so much quicker if I was good enough to use blueprints all the time. Is this just 2 and then window? Okay. Yeah. I'll have storage down here or not. Power storage. For now I do, but I think power backup area would be better. Probably suited to having it near the power plant or the nuclear power plant. Did you jump to experimental? No. You used to have the cartograph map. Yeah, so they didn't update for 1.1. I don't think. It might work in 1.1, but it was really laggy for me, so I stopped using it. Love the mod though, but I don't think the person updated it. How'd you make tilted road barriers in the medium ramp? That is the only thing I used the mod for. I used a mod called Infinite Nudge, which lets you rotate them. And I put it into the blueprint machine, saved it. So it works even without the mod as a blueprint, but you can't actually do it otherwise. That's the only thing I did that with though, so everything else blueprint-wise should be buildable. Looks like my browser crashed again. That's twice it's happened today. I made a 4 5x5 blueprint nuke power plant, which made most things from ingots and stuff. Each set of blueprints could supply 1 nuke generator. Wow, that's awesome. That's cool. Just 4 blueprints could do it over and over again? That's really impressive if that's how that works. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the music back up and running. Super late. How's everything going? Good. Yes. I'll do a quick recap of what we've done so far. The place is coming along really nicely, actually. Alright. Yeah, let's have a little flyabout. I'll hop up. I'll tell you what, we'll go up there and we'll jump down and we can see the whole thing then. Because I can stay on for about 10, maybe 15 more minutes. About 10 more minutes, and then call it for today. But I think I'll be back in just a couple of days. One more stream before I go away from me wedding. Is it here already? Nope. If I can't do it on console? No, unless the blueprints... No, I guess not then, yeah, no. My series came out before console was even a thing, so apologies. But yeah. If I couldn't have done it, I would have just used a beam. So just beam from one side to the other and just go without the concrete barrier. I know it won't look super consistent, but that's what I was originally going to do. And if you do a barrier... Or you could just do the modern railing will snap to a ramp. That would look alright. Again, not as good, but at least it's something. You could paint that then yellow and black and it would have the kind of sort of same feel. Maybe some guides or tricks or something on YouTube. Possibly for... Yeah, I really feel like road barriers, just no matter what you do, can't be bent. Like, even if you put them on beams, that's normally the trick, is to get them on beams or something, but I just don't think they play ball. the way, for people who don't know, this place is connected to a sulfur refinery over there. I need a roof on that as well, or even just like one of these kind of canopy type roofs. That's the sulfur outpost. So all the water and the sulfur combine, deuterium, and that all gets fed down here. Deuterium flows down. These are 4 water pipes and 1 sulfur pipe, I think, that go down as well. All right, so here's what we just did today. We put rooftops on each of these, like, kind of mini, I always want to call them hangars in a way. So we put rooftops on all of this. We added the kind of glass wall all along the top area here, put a roof on the tower there and there, built this little bridge connecting over. That's all done. So this wall continued all the way around. We then added a large kind of structural pillar, I guess, kind of underneath this part. So that was the main stuff we've done today. So it's a lot of just doing one side of walls, but then we've also now just extended out another empty room here with pillar supports and a room on top, obviously. We've patched in the walls there, of course. That now leaves us with an open air section that is designed to eventually have drones. So the drones are supposed to go in here in the middle. I won't be doing that on the streams. That'll be in a video. But these things, these are all the goods this factory makes. They all flow on one fast belt because we only make, like, you know, I think it's in total 400 per minute. If you combine all the per minutes up, yeah, it's like 6 turbo motors per minute or something, plus supercomputers, plus everything. It all fit on one belt. And then we prioritize them into their different storage things. So anyway, the idea will be, like, if we need to, we'll have drone pads just raised above this, and that will go wherever they need to. Below this is going to be where the power control room goes. So in here, as the sort of main room to control, like, turning on and off different machines, in case the power ever trips or there's an issue. But it should be fine. But I like to just do that anyway. It's cool to have power control rooms. So yeah, so I feel pretty good. We've done a lot. I just want to finish over this side of the wall, and then that's it. Oh. Double door here. Right. This was really just for like some sort of symmetry to it. But also we might end up adding fused modular frames, and if we do, this will be handled on this section. You'll only need like 3 machines, so it'll be easy enough. You have any cable management tips? That's the thing I struggle with. Not really, unfortunately. That's the thing I leave to last as well, and I don't do very good with it. What I typically do, though, is I've done it in a bigger factory, and I was starting to do it here. That's why I said there's going to be a power control room. So right now, the cables are just everywhere in this particular factory. But the plan is to use these cable runners. So this is just a simple blueprint, which is basically just, I don't know, 7 metal beams with 7 little nodes on them, on each one. Keep the lines separated. And then you just feed a line down to whatever machine it's going to go into. So I tend to have all my machines hooked up via these like little bars. Now in 1.2 you can connect machines directly to each other if you want, but I'll still probably just do it this way. It makes it so the cables don't clip, but also allows you just have like little visual control over what, you know which ones are connected. So anyway, that connects there, that'll connect up to the ceiling, and that like flows back. You could color these if you really wanted to, and then color the switch so you know which one's doing what. Or you can obviously just name the switch based on what it's doing. So that's the idea. I haven't done it fully here, but we'll load into another save just super quick, and I'll show you a power control room I did a while back. That is the full realization of that idea. Stealing that blueprint. Yeah, all my blueprints are free, so you should be able to find them. Or that one's an easy one to make, obviously. If I missed anything, just write it again, by the way. Did you enjoy All Will Fall? It looked great. Shame there's no console release yet. How's life with you? Yeah, I liked All Will Fall. It was a sponsored video, but I think it's actually really reasonably priced as well. It's like pretty cheap, and it's on sale actually as it's launched. It has positive reviews and everything. I never played the sandbox. I really wanted to, but they were like, we'd rather you just play the scenarios, like different scenarios. But I think I would have enjoyed the sandbox more and just had more freedom in building. Maybe it's just because it was one of my first games, but I felt really constrained all the time. But that's the point of the game. It's like a difficult kind of thing to manage. But yeah, I mean, the dynamic like physics building is actually really cool, but I didn't really get to show it off properly. As good as it is, there are some, like, I find the structural stuff, which is its big selling point, it's kind of finicky. Like, it works. You put like things together just very quickly. It's like, you want to make a bridge. This thing. Everything are like squares pretty much, or almost everything. You want to make a bridge, and you'll just build this out and attach it to another wall. And sometimes that's like, oh great, like, that's really structurally sound. And then other times it's just like, no, it's like really weak in the middle. And it's based on what it's connected to. So I feel like it's like really difficult to understand like where that should be supported from. Because looking at this, it's like, well, that would just fall. Like, why wouldn't that just fall? What's it really connected to? It should have an arch underneath it. But the tutorial kind of tells you it doesn't really work that way, and there's a really complicated calculation going on, and you can look at it. It actually tells you the numbers. So it probably just takes getting used to, but I found that like that's the big draw of the game. It's also like one of the hardest things to understand, I feel like. It's not as intuitive as you think. Like a normal bridge support system with arches and stuff, it just doesn't work the way it kind of should in real life. So it's gamified, which obviously makes sense. But anyway, that was just the thing I struggled with. So I do think it's cool. I think the city management aspect of it and the people management is actually kind of underrated. It's really, really strong. So yeah, quite like the game. I would maybe wait 1 or 2 updates, potentially. Although people really have a positive review of it, so I'd just give it a shot. It's quite cheap. Anyways, this is my cable management, because we were talking about that before. So this is the same setup that I'm planning for that other factory. So this one is a super large copper caterium factory. What's happening in here effectively is there are loads of blocks of machines. These big blocks of, I think, 23... Well, it must be even numbers. 1, 2, 3... How many was there? It would tell me. 22. 22 refineries in each block. Is that right? Those ones were never numbered. 26, that's it. Yeah, because it's 13 on each side. Yeah, so anyway, there's just rows and rows of refineries, and these are all hooked up downstairs. So this factory scaled up over time, and that meant that each block needed to be controlled via power, because they also, fluid in the game is awkward, right? You might have to reset the water for them to operate correctly to be filled, especially if you start adding more machines, because I did add more. They were always there, but I connected more through power as time went on. I've only seen those yellow lights, actually. Anyways, long story short, having cable management was really important for this place because of that. It's like refineries are a bitch to set up properly, to run at 100%, to not slosh your water, back up your water extractors and stuff. I really wanted it all to run at 100%, and we did have it running at 100 before. I don't know why they're not, but anyway. So that's when I first developed that cable runner's blueprint. And the water is controlled through those cable runners as well. So those are the cable runners there. And they all connect down to their own different groups. These groups of water extractors are beneath each block that they're feeding. It's all very complicated. Awesome, fun factory though. Super fun build. And that was also where I developed my own belt release system, which I've still never seen anyone else do before this. I don't know if people still use this now or not, but it's a pretty cool way of getting things started. So this is the, quote, belt release room. All of these awesome sinks are hooked up to power. It goes upstairs. It gets a little messy here, actually, admittedly. But they're hooked up to the power room upstairs. And what it's basically saying is, these get delivered via truck, right? Trucks drive in, they unload copper ore and deliver it into the factory. If you want the copper ore to go to the machines, you switch off the awesome sink. If you don't want the copper to go to the machines and you want the water to go to the machines, to fill the machines first, because that primes refiners, then you can turn on the awesome sync and it switches the direction of this belt into here instead and doesn't send it into the factory. That way you can fill all the refineries first. Once they're full of water, then you switch on the awesome, or you turn off the awesome sinks, so you release the belt, and then the ore flows into the factory and that starts producing things. So that was really fun to do that, and that all required like having this like power control room, and it actually serves a purpose. Like I've used it and it worked well for the problem that we had. So the groups of machines all then needed names. So all the blocks are I think these all control 2 blocks at a time. Binary block B. Oh no, so those are just on their own actually. Yeah, these are the copper refinery blocks. I think the Caterium ones, or some of them are like connected to 2. Can't remember. Yeah, J and K. Oh, the belts releases are. Belts will feed, there's 8 belts, but they feed 2 blocks each, like a whole thing. So to do that, they're releasing groups of 2. Then we have the Caterium blocks as well, and the water extractors for those. So it was awesome. It was great. Love it. But it was really complicated doing it. And it's so, oh, there we go. It's a deadlock now, actually. Although they normally resolve themselves. But yeah, that was something that I lost my train of thought when I saw that deadlock. It just makes me think of problems. I'm gonna say, it doesn't matter. I had one more thing to add to it, but yeah, anyway. I don't think the factory runs at 100 because I don't think we use all this stuff yet, but it should go into awesome things if we don't. At least I thought so. Anyways. Thank you, War Chief. I think Kibitz used a similar concept in his nuclear plan, but with smart splitters. You copy settings from a splitter there as a template and paste it to a splitter you want to switch. Yeah, so I use a smart splitter as well, but I have it set to overflow. I'm not really sure how. I'd have to see the video, I guess. You copy settings from a splitter as a template and paste it to a splitter you want to switch to. Oh, right. Well, that makes sense too. I'm gonna say that's a bit more manually involved, which is totally fine. I liked mine just because you go into the. I never have to go down there. I just go to the power control room and switch things on and off. I don't have to mess with the splitters or anything. But I can see that being. What's the difference? You know, it's like you're flipping a switch or you're like changing a setting on a little computer thing, basically. So yeah, it makes sense. But yes, anyway. As for cable management, the way I did it with this place was using those, quote, cable runners, and that really helped things. But this place is super messy. He did as a security setting, in case something goes wrong, to get nuclear waste stored, not backed up the machines. Alright. Nothing ever goes wrong with nuclear, no. Yeah, I'll have to do something like that probably for my nuclear. Like, when we did a nuclear power plant before, it wasn't that big though. But I just had a huge amount of storage for one place. So I could see that being useful, where it's like, okay, like, well, I don't really know why you'd ever have to. I don't really understand, I guess, because if it got backed up all the way to like a splitter, wouldn't the splitter just have like overflow go to the like another location? I don't really know what changing the. I obviously haven't seen the video, so I don't know. I'm sure it makes sense. I just can't think of like why I'd ever. If I was building a nuclear power plant, I would have all my radiation going into one big section of containers, like a huge load of them. I would have a failsafe so that if that was to get backed up, it would go to another section. I mean, ultimately, that's all you can do. You can't do anything with it yet until you can. So I would just use overflow. Like, okay, if you get backed up, you overflow somewhere else now. But I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. I definitely am. Because he wouldn't do that if there wasn't a reason. Anyways, gonna hop back over to that other save really quickly and just finish what we were doing. You copy and paste that wall color. How? You can't copy and paste the wall color, but if you copy and paste the wall that has been painted, it takes the color automatically. with a mod called Persistent Paintables. If you want to look at something and just take the color, you can do that. For instance, this wall has been painted white. That has been painted. If I grab it and place it here, it will be white. So just as a reference, if it was this color, I'll copy that now. Alright, so now I can build a black wall and I can build a white wall. Straightforward. But I can't take the black from this and apply it to that. You can with the mod Persistent Paintables. And it's a great mod. But yeah, I don't have it active right now. When Darren says he needs to go to sleep, he means play more Arc Raiders. No, I'm not going to sleep anytime soon. What time is it? 20 to 9. Something like that. I have to go get dinner. I'm trying to only play Arc Raiders at the weekend if I can. When I do my trials. Right, so the last part to do was here. Okay, should be pretty straightforward. They're off. 3, 2, 3. It reminded you of Zero Dawn. Kind of reminded me of God of War. Oops. Yeah, it's kind of like Zero Dawn, yeah, for sure. Alright, so I need this little balcony. One. Yeah. Sorry, would I do a Let's Play on Captain of Industry? I would really love it. I would love to as well, but I just don't have the... I can't promise anything because it's just everything takes so much time. I did do some streams when they came out with Update 3. I will say, I think it looked great, but I'm getting a little intimidated because everything they keep adding is just like more and more complicated. Like now they're adding like trains and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god. I mean, that's great. But I'm like, geez, it's going to take even longer now. And I still like don't have the basics down with the, just like even refueling trucks and stuff like that. But I think that game is really underrated. I think if you're into factory games, people should go check it out. It's kind of almost like an Anno factory game in some ways, because you're on islands. But the industry stuff is like... I love the oil industry in that game. Like, it's quite realistic, generally speaking. Like, what you're refining and how you're using it and the byproducts you're getting. Really think it's cool. And they update it pretty frequently. Every couple... I think it's every, like, 3 months so far. They've come out with, like, a big, meaty update. Alright. Yeah, we'll keep our distance from the doors. Nuke power is fun for the challenge, but it is such a faff. I find turbo fuel much easier. And it makes only 5x5 blueprint 200% generator, which is your preferred fuel. I like nuclear because it's fun. I think it's fun. When I saw that people make rocket fuel and how strong it is, I'm like, ah, that kind of just breaks the game. Now it has a use, considering you can customize settings a lot more. And actually use that sort of power if you really want to push the game. And each to their own. I don't have cast any judgment on people, but for me, I think nuclear is probably the most fun I've had in the game building something, because there's actually some risk to it, kind of. Oh, you gotta balance it properly, otherwise you're just gonna pile up tons of radiation. I think that's really cool. I kind of wish more was like that. I have a turbo fuel factory over there. Does its thing. It's okay. Yeah, nuclear so far has been my favorite to build. I've only ever built a small nuclear plant, though, generally speaking. Alright, so that's going to be it, I think, for today. So next stream, we fill in whatever's going to go there. I have to then do the power control room and label the machines. And that'll be it for this factory then. Oh, and put a wall on the downstairs. Yeah, so it's power management, which includes like the power room. Labeling the machines, which includes the power room as well, to know what we're turning on and off. And then putting like a wall on the actual entrances. And yeah, bringing that down to the bottom as well. It'll just be like this, really, so... the plan for there. Almost done though. I'd say one more stream will do it. Maybe some foundations under the front also, because we do it around the sides. Then once I do the nuclear power plant, I'll have the power to be able to balance this factory and other factories too. All the machines are in place, they just need to be turned on. Starting to look good. Yeah, it's starting to look like it was designed that way. I guess actually up there has to have a little roof or something put on it too. But I believe in the very last stream I did, we had just unlocked nuclear power. So now it's just like, yeah, finding an area to do that, planning it out. But like I said, just for those who don't know, just as another mention, I'm going away on the 12th, getting married on the 13th, and I'm back on the 19th, I think. So really on the 20th, I'll be back properly. Then I'll figure out a schedule. I'm hoping to do that last stream before then, and when I come back then I'll actually start planning the nuclear power plant. But everything's been unlocked now for it, so we have all those resources. The only thing I don't make, as mentioned, is fused modular frames. And we do have gas in that factory, we do have aluminum casing. I do not have heavy modular frames. I would have to make some. There is iron there though, so it's quite possible to make just a little bit to get that going. I also do make 3 heavy modular frames that are spare, so I could even just make 3 fused modular frames if I use it all. But I like to keep that stuff for building. So we'll see how we get on. Anyway, I will update the save, so it's still going to be the same name of the save that it was before. I'll just put that onto Google for people to have if you want to play around. Do it right after the stream. You married already? I'm so proud of you, son. Time goes so fast. Remember when you had hair? I know, barely. Good luck with the wedding and congrats to you both. Safe travels. Thank you, Twin Pines Country Club. Thank you very much. Appreciate the super chat there. Thank you. Enjoy your food. What's on the menu tonight? It's an oven meal from Sainsbury's. It's beef casserole. But I'll be making my own potatoes, as is the Irish way. But the actual casserole comes in a plastic bag, so that's good. Or chicken Kiev. I have really nice chicken Kievs actually that I might make. Yeah, so one of those two. I'll have to think about it. Alright, that's going to be it for me. Oh, and sorry, Mr. Turner said, love your videos for years, but this is the first stream I've caught. Unfortunately, I'm just wrapping it up. Every playthrough I do, I use your small modular frame factory from update 8 and tweak it to be a starter factory. Awesome, thank you. Yeah, that was a fun one to make. It's nice and quick too. Adding lights is another thing. Yeah, there are lights on the bottom floors in certain places, but you're right. Probably just go around with a few of the extra lights that I have. I don't really want to use the in-game ones, but rather the display signs. Sorry if you addressed before, but are you going to continue the video series for the save? Yes, that's why I'm playing it on stream, just to prepare it for the video series. When the videos come back, I'll mention like, hey, I did do some streams where we like added cosmetics, but nothing inside has changed. The only thing I think I've changed with the actual logic of the factory is I've built one small copper node. So I'll just tell people where that is. I mean, it's super simple to set up. Just around the corner here. I had mentioned that we would do that, but I thought I should have done it on video, but it is just done here. So that mine didn't exist, and this road didn't exist. So that's the only thing that's different. The truck that was already delivering copper, this one, now picks it up from here and goes in there. We're not processing it all at the moment, which is why it's getting backed up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And thanks for the congrats. Yeah, anyway, hopefully I'll see you guys one more time before then. Tomorrow, as a reminder, streaming almost all day. We're streaming Anno 117. Well, not even 117. We're streaming the Anno day. They're streaming, and we're co-streaming, so I'll be watching them stream. They're doing giveaways. I'll be doing giveaways. And seeing their reveals and celebrating like the history of the games. I never played the 2 earliest ones, but I've played all the other ones, so it'd be fun to kind of go through that and see it. But it's 9 hours, so I'll be around all day tomorrow. And chatting about a bunch of things and having food and all sorts. So that'll be it. All right, good night. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for all the support, and I will see you hopefully in the next one. Take it easy.